the
The countdown has begun. Come on, it's time for fun. It's time to pick your favorites and decide what is shit. Are you ready for this? It's the tier list. Come on, let's go. It's time for the tier list show.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the shit list, the tier list, whatever you want to call it. That is right, where you talk about what is good, what is bad, what is shit, what is not. We have a panel of fine gentlemen here. We may have some more joining us as we move along, but to start things off, we have Mark D with AC. How are you doing, Mark D? You got clobby hands.
it's clobberin time. Hey, it's the noise isn't working. There we go. Probably can't hear it.
Those are even bigger than Hulk hands, they look like.
Yeah, these were well, they had those really small Hulk cans that came out after, but the Hulk cans were pretty big when they first came out. So yeah, don't mess with me tonight. Yeah.
They made a mint on those bastards. One of the cheapest things to fucking produce.
Yeah.
Those Hulk hands, and they were so popular.
The thing hands are a little rare, a little more rare, I think.
I imagine so. Maybe not so much now after this summer, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, we also have all 32 flavors of Nick Weiser wearing his Suicidal Tendencies hat. Look at that.
That's right. What's up?
Did you shave, sir?
Kind of.
He does this, and then the motherfucker makes me feel worse because he's not that much younger than me, right? And then he does this shit, and the dude probably gets carded.
I do. Yes, I do. I think I carded a few days ago. I was buying alcohol. I bought whiskey. I need to see some ID.
And the thing does not shave.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Oh God.
We'll try to get into that before you have to leave us. But we also have Brian, aka that 70s rock fan, which is ironic because he's probably 70 years old too.
Well, not quite, but I cannot remember the last time I was carded. I beg them to card me. Please card me.
Like, I got a senior citizen card. You can ask for that at least.
You want to see my bus pass? My free bus pass.
No, we love you. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing pretty good. Knackered from lots of puppy walking, but I'm doing well.
Puppy walking is. I thought you said puppy walking.
I'm walking the puppies. It's funny you talk about puppies. I thought this. I'm under a misapprehension. I thought this show was called the Tierlist, and it was about boobs in movies.
It could be. Yeah. Maybe one of these weeks we do have to rate the best tits.
The best boobs in movies. That would be good. Oh, Mark's muted and think he's trying to talk.
Oh, I think that's the Benny Hill show.
Yeah,
we don't have Benny Hill here, but we have one of the Three Stooges at least. Amo Zamboni. How you doing?
Certainly. It's hard to do a Mo. I can't do a Mo. Hey, you wise guy. I can do Larry. Hey, Mo. You know,
Larry is probably the easiest to do. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, glad to be here. Sorry, it's been a little while. Things have been
no problem, man. We're good.
Getting into the school year, but yeah, good to be here with everybody. Huh?
Wow. Already? It's only July.
Yeah, like next week.
It's summer.
Jeez, come on.
What is this shit?
Bruh, tell me about it. I'd rather do the tit list.
Exactly.
Well, I might have to write this down. Like, this is a good idea. I think one of these weeks we're just gonna have to do the tit list. Maybe we'll do it during like when is breast awareness? The breast cancer awareness. Maybe we'll do it then.
November, I think.
Breast awareness is every day.
Yeah, well, of course it is for us, but we're wearing breast constantly.
S tier, old Marlon Brando.
No, you got double D tiered.
Yeah. See, I think we have a show.
I think so.
I wonder how many viewers we get for that one.
A lot. I think we double our viewership at least.
Probably the stream will be taken down within seconds.
Oh, it might be. I mean, we'd have to do it very discreetly, but that being said, welcome back, Mo. We're glad to have you here, and we're glad to have all you folks out there in the chat. I see so many familiars already. We got Terrafim here, we got Action Com here, Tornadoes is here, got Bryant Barth in the house, Virtual Reality Fitness is here. That's kind of sounds like the fitness I do. It's all virtual.
In your mind?
Yeah, in my mind. Soup Can's here. Asters is here. Jeremiah Hembry's here. How you doing, buddy? Mark's 47's here. Let's see who else we got. Let's see. I know we had some other ones earlier. Carly and Rogue. RJ Godzilla, who always try to give him a little Godzilla love. Deeple 101. Welcome, guys. Walter Tomaszewski as well. We got some super chats to start things off and member chats like Deeple 101 himself, who's gifted a membership. Thank you for that. We need to do a membership stream very soon. I'm sorry about that, guys. There's been a lot going on in Andre's personal life, so it's just been tough, but I will remind him and get on his butt about that. SFXF314 Sabretooth Raptor sends in $5. So Tom is like a wizard in Lord of the Rings. He comes precisely when he needs to. Yeah, when I intend to, yes. Well, this time I had to stick in with VR for a little bit later on his show, and I know that his crowd will probably join us shortly, but he was talking Star Trek, so he needed me. So yeah, and then we had Deeple 101 who
was
also
it worth
became
sticking in for him? Was it worth it? Was it worth sticking in for VR?
It was nice and tight. SFX314 Sabretooth Raptor says my rank goes as follows: Iron Man 1A, Cap 1A, Hulk C, Thor 1A, Cap 2A, Iron Man B, Thor 2. I think he meant Iron Man 2B. Thor 2C to D, Avengers 1A, 2B, Infinity A, and B to C, Ant A, Ant 2, C, Guardian 1A. And then I don't know if I think he's going to probably bring in more. So
SFX, you hit my battleship. What? Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, some alien reading that, like, what kind of code, what kind of mysterious code are these humans?
Yeah, maybe YouTube will shut us
We
down
understood
thinking
it.
we're sending weird codes.
I think it's worth pointing out that Deeple 101 joined a maximum effort puppy.
Oh, well, he gets a sticker then. I forgot. Thank
Yes.
you for that. That's a good reminder.
Ooh.
Maximum effort. We're going to give you this maximum effort puppy. Look at that. And we're going to do one we haven't done in a long time.
Christ! Benton! Oh, Jesus Christ! Benton!
That's actually better than Jaws the Revenge, which I watched last night
It
to
is.
complete my Jaws 50th
no.
viewing. I'm like, I'm going to watch Jaws the Revenge. I watched FF again, and then I watched
This time,
Jaws.
it's personal.
What a stupid movie.
It is
That
stupid until you think about it, Mark, because when you stop and think, wait a minute, the Brody family has killed so many sharks. This shark
They have.
has more than enough reason to take revenge on this family. More than enough. It's called for. So at that moment, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this shark
They
has
had
a
it
point.
coming. The Brodies
Wanted
had
the
it
shark to
coming.
win.
Right? And what's funny is this is the smallest shark in all the films besides the baby in part 3. But anyhow, since we're doing the Marvel list, there's a member of our crew that we lost last year that was a huge Marvel fan. And I think it's especially poignant since Fantastic Four is the latest Marvel film. That we see what clobberin times list would be. Because Mark here actually has it, don't you?
Yeah, because I'm, the engineer with spreadsheets all the time.
You are.
For everything. So and
Mark
Clobberin
always
Time-
has the receipts.
I got the receipts. Yep. So so he had done a ranked list with Retroblasting a while ago, and me, I just mark it up, and then actually I'd added to it too. I'm like, Mike, what do you think of these movies? So the last one I think was it Wakanda Forever. Well, I'll show you the
think
list.
that would have been the last one
With the
before he passed. If I'm
that
not
he passed.
mistaken.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, so let me present my screen.
I
here.
think it was the Marvels.
Either that or
Unless he skipped
Wakanda,
that.
one of the two. Yeah.
Because he
Because he-
died, June of last
Wakanda's
year. so-
2022. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Wakanda
Oh, yeah, that's
Forever
right. So
2022. So
you're
you either
right,
saw
you're
the
right.
Marvels or Guardians 3 last.
Yes, let me zoom in just so this is I'll make it 150, yeah, just so we can. And I have, of course, I have all
Did
the
he-
phases.
Did he
And,
see the Marvels? But
what'd you say?
where's Clobby's ranking on the? Oh,
Okay, yeah. So here,
he did rank the Marvels. He did.
Okay, we did. Okay, yep. So maybe that was the last. Well, as we go down the list, we'll start with best to worst. So of course, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and he was a huge fan of Infinity War, the Avengers 3, 4 Iron Man, 5 Cap, the first Avenger, 6 Age of Ultron, which I think has gone up in the rankings by everyone. In retrospect, that movie keeps getting more love.
I always loved it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I think we'll get to that when we get to that movie. I have a feeling that might be part of the convo.
Yeah. So Endgame 7, Civil War 8, Guardians 9, to round out Clobby's top 10, Doctor Strange, 11, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spidey No Way Home 12, Guardians Volume 2.
Oh, wow, he
13.
likes 3 that much?
He did like 3, yeah, he put it up there, yep. That was a late.
I remember he liked it, but I guess I didn't remember
that's the
him
last
liking
one
it
he
that
saw.
much. Yeah.
That would have been the last one he saw.
I was gonna say, wouldn't that have been the last one? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been the last one he saw. Yep. And the other thing too, go back to his channel.
The Marvels was after. The Marvels was November.
Oh, the Marvels was after.
Guardians is May of 03. Or sorry, 23. 23, I meant to say. But you get the point.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah,
I forget the latter part of the release schedule because
So if I may jump in here, as somebody that worked in finance for a long time, this is like spreadsheet heaven to me. I am digging this. I love it. Why do we need to know the phases? Why do we need to know? Like, it's a cornucopia of information, and it's so well spaced out. Oh, dude, like Mark, you
two are best friends now, aren't you?
I have spreadsheets. I used to balance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed a bromance.
My name is Pedro.
All right, just fuck already.
Again.
By the way, the wedding will be on Toxic Tuesday.
Yeah,
and then in a year we're gonna have
Herbie will officiate.
Mark's gonna have best performances by Mo Zamboni, and we're gonna have to see how
he might. You guys will have also. He's good at charts. He's got the charts. He's got charts.
Keep it gay.
So anyway, back.
But thank
to
you.
the list
thank you for the compliment. Yeah, because when you do a lot of spreadsheets, sometimes you look at other people's spreadsheets and you're like, "How do you look at that?
the
it's so
fuck
ugly."
out of them because I don't know how to do them.
Yeah. So anywho,
the way you said
our bromance,
the way I look at other people's spreadsheets, it sounded off.
And it's either they're hyperlinked too. Yep. So
look at that.
Ant-Man.
Jesus, he did the work, kids.
I did the work.
Shit.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling. If he
gets an A++
if he made it an
for
open
this.
source software, I would have had to have a.
You know what, Mark? I'm going to give you the rare
Why do you
S
think I
for this. You got an
mark
S for
every
this.
Toxic Tuesday?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a spreadsheet for Toxic Tuesday. Yep.
He does. Yes.
Yep.
He's always pulling out these spreadsheets. I love it. You're right. So anyhow, back where we were here. So he did.
Ant-Man 14, I think. Yeah, 15 Thor. Yep. Incredible Hulk 16, Ant-Man and Wasp 17.
Wow, he was too nice to that movie.
Yeah, well, I think he just you don't like the other ones. He has Spider-Man Homecoming 18, Ragnarok 19, 20 Doc Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, 21 Spider-Man Far From Home, 22 Thor The Dark World, 23 Iron Man 2, 25 Iron Man 3, and that's one of I love Iron Man 3. So we were arguing about that one. 26 Black Widow. That was the first movie. But did I skip? I might have to. Oh, there's probably a mistake here. Shit.
Twice. Okay.
Yeah.
I caught your error.
Caught my mistake. Yeah.
Your editor.
Yeah.
Perhaps they were rated equally.
Yeah. So I'll put. He probably would have had. I'll go like this. Here, let's fix this. Yes. So 24, 25. Because we were updating it as we're going, yeah. 26, yeah, that's probably how we would have gone.
That's probably how he would have, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
Yeah, 27 Marvels, 28 Black Panther, 29 Shang-Chi.
Ooh, he really didn't like Black Panther.
Oh, he didn't like Black Panther. Yeah, I don't like it.
I wonder if. See, I remember the only movie of these that I remember really not getting into it, but kind of like discussing heavily with him was probably Spider-Man: Homecoming. And I wonder if I affected his rating at any point because I remember we were talking about it because he was one of those two that was kind of like, I don't like the suit and all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, but that's the whole point of the movie. It's like, so I don't know. It's like that one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised to see where that one's at, because I know he was not a big fan of that one at first either. So, but it's down there with all the other bad ones. So
Yeah. So Far From Home. Yeah, Homecoming is
and,
he's got
Far From
18.
Home is a worse film. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that was
Far
the
From
thing.
Home. Yeah, Far From Home he's got. Yep. And Thor, Love and Blunder, 30. Captain Marvel, 31, and of course that made 1.1 billion dollars just because of when it was released.
Hey, it was a
the
smart
Eternals
strategy, being the meet between the buns of Black Panther and Infinity War.
very smart. Yeah. So
I
Eternals,
agree with a lot of
30,
this, though.
32.
Speaking of spreadsheets, we've got we got Six joining us. Hey, Six. We were just about to
Hey,
start.
Six.
Hello.
About tits, so I thought
Oh yeah.
can't miss out on that.
Oh well, now everybody's gonna feel awkward about it.
No, don't feel awkward. I can talk tits all day long.
On what?
Well, we're gonna do a tit ranking stream, the tit list, at some point.
Okay.
Tit for tat.
Tit for tat. But welcome, Six. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, doing the best I can. We're about to break into this Marvel list, though. It's a
Awesome.
long list. So this is the way they popped up in the thing. So I did not do these in any order whatsoever.
What?
Yeah, no, it just did it this way. Before we break into this, we got ActionCom sending in a $5 super chat. It says, "You can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a Marvel man. No time to talk." That's right. We got Ant-Man first, it looks like here. So let's start there. Because I think some of these are in alphabetical order and then it goes out of whack. It's like really weird. It's like all the Ant-Man movies and Avenger movies are first, and then it goes to Wakanda Forever. Well, that would be Black Panther, I guess. But then you got a C before a B. Unless that comes under Brave New World instead of Captain. That might be why the file was named whatever. Who fucking knows? But
You're not going to go
at
in
Ant-Man.
like chronological order, or
I wanted to.
You still
But
can.
I have to move them around, and I'm not moving 30-some movies. It'll take me 20
Okay.
minutes to do that. We're just going to do them in the order they're up here.
Okay.
We'll start with Ant-Man first. So Ant-Man being the first Ant-Man movie with Paul Rudd. I like the first one. I thought it was pretty good. Let's get your rating. 6. What would you rank the first Ant-Man film?
See, I don't like Paul Rudd. He doesn't
Okay.
he doesn't do much for me. I did not see this movie in the theater, so I think I watched it a few years ago when I did a Marvel rewatch, but this is not a favorite of mine. So C.
All right, I'm looking for my pen here unless you're keeping track.
I'm keeping track.
Okay. So all right, Mark, what would you rank Ant-Man?
I give it like I'd put it in the B tier. This was kind of fun, innovative when it came out, and I didn't like that. Pym was older, and they kind of skipped over him. But it was a fun heist movie, and I thought the direction was innovative, and it's like I put it in the B tier.
All right, Nick.
I understand Mark's argument, but at least they acknowledged him being the first Ant-Man. So I can at least say at least they did that, and he had a past where he was the man who donned the suit. So at least that legacy was there. We may have not seen it, but to me, it's like I can at least say, okay, they at least didn't completely skip it over. That said, I'm gonna go with a B plus, but there are moments in the movie where it definitely has some A minusness to it. But yeah, it's a very strong B plus. I love this one. I've rewatched it many times. I think Paul Rudd is great as Scott Lang. His relationship with Cassie is great. Fun heist movie. The action's really fun too, and they really show you what happens when Ant-Man can be very effective with good writing, because he can be. He really can be, and this movie really does his character justice.
Yeah. Brian.
I think Mark and Nick have echoed a lot of the things I would have said. It's a fun movie, a lot of great humor, some good visuals. I like Paul Rudd. It's very charming. Nice heist movie. Isn't trying to be more than it appears to be. It's not huge scale. Just keeping it on a smaller scale. So
Scale.
smaller scale. Smaller scale. I'd give it a B. Absolutely. It's a
Right.
lot of fun. A lot of fun.
But it's an ant, not a bee.
Sorry, it's
Oh.
not a B.
Mo, what you got?
I'm gonna say low B. I like it. I thought the villain was kind of, he had no charisma at all.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a dead fish. But as far as the rest of the movie, I
Mark,
did
what's
it
his
kind
name too? Because he's a good actor too, and I can't think of what's his last name. But yeah, sorry.
I don't know. And I love
Corey
the
Stoll.
Yeah,
and I loved his crew and stuff like that. And I kind of understood why they made Pym, why they made Michael Douglas like older, because he was recovering from cancer at that point. He was pretty weak, so it kind of made sense. I don't know if that factored into it, but I like how they set him up in the beginning of the movie. He wasn't a wimp. I loved Ant-Man's crew. Like, it was a fun romp. It was a really fun movie. I love the fight on the toy train track, and it derails and then they cut back. Like it's
That
just
was
it's
great.
one of those ones where it just doesn't take itself seriously. Like, it had a Edgar Wright kind of vibe to it. I don't know if he actually did the movie, but
well, he did co-write it because it's based on his initial script.
oh really?
So,
I didn't even know that. But
And then he
It
got
wa- it was
booted, I
just
think,
like-
right? Yeah.
it is the popcornest of popcorn movies, and I love those kind of movies where I can just turn my brain off, but it's still like got a good story and it's still fun to watch. So
Yeah.
low B for me.
Yeah, how quaint was the Marvel Universe when the biggest controversy was that when Edgar Wright left Ant-Man because they had a difference of opinion on what direction to
Yep.
go with the film. But that being said, no, I think I'm going to
Edgar wanted
clinch
to be
this.
Self-contained.
Yeah, I think I'm going to clinch this with the B rating because this is, in my opinion, one of the better Marvel films. I really love that it utilizes the 3D really well. And you're right, the story is very good. It showed the potential for the Marvel Universe to have this ability to tell lots of different genres of stories inside this connected universe, right? Like, because this was a comedy heist film, we hadn't had a bunch of comedy films already in the Marvel Universe, so that also factors into this. So yeah, I would give Ant-Man a B, and I think that's probably 90% B's, so 6, right?
Yeah, it was the only C, so B.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that, 6. We appreciate your help on that. And so, yeah, B. And then we get to the sequel, Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm going to start this one off because I did not care for this film so much that I have not even seen the third film yet. So spoilers on that. This film was a major turnoff. The villain was wretched. The way they treated the characters, they didn't even feel like the same characters from the first movie. It felt like a bunch of pomp and circumstance, much like Captain Marvel, for a movie that was not even really that connected to the Endgame part. Although I don't think its box office benefited from that at all. So the best I can muster for Ant-Man and Wasp is probably a D. What about you, 6?
I don't even remember seeing it. I
This one was
probably
Ghost.
did, but it was probably one of those movies where I watched it and then fell asleep while watching. So
If it helps, this is the one with Ghost, the black chick in the weird outfit, because she can phase in and out or whatever through things or whatever.
that doesn't help at all. That
No.
makes it worse.
The girl the one that gets killed instantly in
Yeah.
Thunderbolts.
Spoilers, I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't seen that movie.
Not that I plan on watching
Well,
this
it's
fucking with
been out
Mark.
long enough. So.
I'm not really that worried about it.
Sorry.
I'll abstain from even voting because I don't have enough memory of it to vote. What did you give it, a D?
I gave it a D, yeah.
Okay. By the end of the show, we'll be organized.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
want
I
to
mi-
sit this one out, that's fine.
I
Oh,
can
you're
sit
right.
down.
You're right, Doug. Doug. Yeah, I got my
Hard to
see
say
it. That
that.
was how uneventful Thunderbolts was. That I mixed up which character got killed. But
Oh, yeah, it was the wrong character. But what'd you say, 6? I just meant the score. You can sit out one score because there's plenty of these I'm sure some of us haven't seen.
Okay.
That's what I meant by that. Yeah. Like if all of us don't score a movie, I'm not going to panic. Like I bet you there's at least 4 or 5 of these I haven't seen yet. Maybe not that many, but I know I haven't seen Eternals. I only started I have seen Eternals, but only in like I barely remember watching it. Like you with this one.
That's
And then
that's
Shang-Chi
the
I didn't
MCU
watch.
trying to be Zack Snyder.
And I just, like I said, Quantumania I hadn't watched yet either. So, but anyway, so you don't have a rating for this one? You're just gonna let it go, or are you gonna throw one out there?
Okay, I just looked it up. This one was better than Ant-Man, so this one is a B.
Oh, you did
for
like
me.
this one. Okay,
Yes,
so you give it
I
a
did
B.
like it.
All
I
right.
love Evangeline Lilly.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not arguing with that.
Yeah, that's I don't think anybody can argue with. Mark, what would you say?
Sure, yeah. So, and first of all, Taskmaster, yes, Taskmaster gets killed, but that's not even really Taskmaster. But anyway, this on my list I'm looking was number 17, so that's in the middle of the pack. This was not a great movie, so a couple of fun moments. I'd give this a C. Yeah, Evangeline Lilly is there, but this is just not a good, not a good movie. Ghost character is just not memorable. Yeah, just.
Yeah, I agree. So you rated
C. I'm a C. Yeah,
you're
C,
being
yep.
generous, but yeah, you're being
Well,
generous.
there's a lot worse that I would get, than when you go down
True.
the list that I would say, well, this is this is much more watchable than some of the later crap.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Neek.
I'm gonna go with a C. I do appreciate aspects of this movie. I do appreciate the father-daughter dynamic, and I do appreciate the fun aspect of it. And obviously, what's his name? Jesus Pena, Carlos Pena. What? Michael Pena.
Michael.
I'm getting my
Pena, yeah.
Pena's wrong. Pena's wrong. Michael Pena. He's excellent. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a C.
All right, Brian.
Tricky, because it's such a forgettable movie. Nowhere near as good as the first one. Almost felt like a straight to DVD sequel.
Yeah.
To me, Ghost is terrible. It's got some pretty shallow story weaknesses. I'm actually going to give it a D.
All right.
It's a pretty forgettable movie.
Moo.
I'm gonna say high D. Lawrence Fishburne tried in this movie.
I forgot he was even in the fucking
I know,
movie,
I
dude. until you
forgot
just
that.
brought-
But he
too.
tried. He always tries. You got to give him credit. He could be in any movie. He puts in the effort. So that
I
brings it
totally
up a little bit.
forgot.
Yeah. But and he threw people off. His acting was, I can't remember the plot, but I remember he was trying to throw people off from Ghost. I thought he did
That's
he
right.
did a good job. You can be a great actor in a bad movie, and this is what he was. But Ghost was, it was kind of this is before I kind of caught on to like all of the, like I had paid attention to all the garbage that was coming out around this time, but I wasn't like keenly tuned into it. But I hate what they did with Michael Pena's character. It's okay if he's a vato. You don't have to make him a stand-up businessman. Like everything reeked in this movie. Like we apologize for everything. This is a liberal white woman movie, and that's what I hated it because it just looking back on it, it reeks of that garbage. Like it just looks like they took everything that made all the characters in the group of the original Ant-Man and they just threw it into the trash and they rearranged it and made it, not funny. They tried to make callbacks to the characters that were in the movie, but like they took everything that made Ant-Man a great movie and they just kind of flushed it down the toilet. And what we had left was just kind of a drollery. And
Yeah.
so D for drollery. Ant-Man.
Yeah, I think that's what I was getting at, where it felt like the characters they weren't even the same people as in the first movie. I think you're kind of in the same vein.
I'd say
yeah.
F, but it's Lawrence Fishburne, and he always has my respect.
Okay, so now I think we're tied, right? 6.
Well, how are we? And I know we discussed this on a stream. This should have been organized beforehand, but it's not. So, are we doing this based on like a point system, or is it just majority rules? Because
It's usually a majority rule, but if we're too close, then I'll give it to the audience.
Well, because we have 3 Ds, 2 Cs, and a B.
Ooh, that does tip it a bit.
But as Mark was talking, I realized I shouldn't rate a movie higher simply because I like the actress. I should rate it higher because I like the character. And I gave it a B because of Evangeline Lilly, not because of Wasp. So I'm willing to go C. but I just think a point system.
So we have how many
like
Ds
a
again?
GPA or that kind of thing would be.
I mean, if you know
okay.
something, if you want to go with something that works for you, I'll trust your.
It's almost like if we had somebody that was good with spreadsheets on the stream right now. Maybe
you know,
they.
right, Mark?
So an A is 4 points.
Yeah, exactly.
you
Well,
wanna
but
go
if you're going to do
the
like
B
A
is
plus
3.
or A minus, like I
Yeah.
personally would prefer that,
C
but
is 2. Yep.
we don't. With all these movies, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, we don't. Unfortunately,
We can fight
So we
about
got
that
3.
later.
What do we have? 3 Ds and 3 Cs now.
I
I'm
can
gonna
concede
change-
to a low C. I would say low C is the average.
Yeah, I'm going to change mine to a C because of
Low
Mark,
C.
So
Okay, and this one I'll just make an executive decision then, and we'll stick it. Shit.
give it to the. Why don't you give it to the
I'm
audience?
gonna give it to the audience. You're right.
Have the first one be this one.
Okay, so but while I'm making this poll up, the next one is
Yeah.
Quantumania, which I did not see. So Mo, let's go back to you and go back up in order, I guess. What
Cool.
did you think
I
of
did-
Quantumania?
I thought the trailer sucked, and that's all I have to say. So I'm saying F.
So you
I
didn't
don't
see
care.
it either. So,
I didn't see it. I'm abstaining. Yes.
Okay, abstaining. Okay, Brian.
Well, Jonathan Majors was excellent.
Remember when they were really
I'm only
trying
half
hard
joking.
to make him a big star with that movie?
Oh, Lord.
It was okay. CGI was terrible. I seem to recall.
Oh God, it looked awful.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess. There's some weird messages in it, but I don't think it's worse than the second one. So I gave that one a D. So I'd give this one a D too.
Fair enough. All right, so a D from Brian on Quantumania. Nick. He's doing puppet mouth. I wonder if he's seen it.
Didn't see it. Didn't see it.
Okay. Mark.
Yeah, I saw this. One thing that drove me freaking crazy was Cassie Lang. Was there, and she's got a hidden, she's got her superpowered, suit, and she doesn't use it like until much later. And then for most of the movie, these characters are in danger, but they flip their helmets off. Because that's the first, that's exactly what you do when you're riding a motorcycle or somewhere dangerous. You go past a few turns that are dangerous. You throw your helmet off, you screw it for the next few turns. I mean, just so these actors could see their helmets, which kept, see their faces, which kept taking me out of the movie. The movie sucks. So that's why I would, the second Ant-Man was, I'd give this a D to an F, but I guess there's just so many other Marvel movies that are even worse. Like,
This is the problem.
I could passively watch it. Isn't Bill Murray in this movie? Is some crazy
yeah.
cameo? Yeah, so it's a horrible movie, but you could. Evangeline Lilly's in there, so I'd give it a D to an F. But if I had to, it's what is it on my list? 24 out of all the Marvel movies. So I wouldn't argue.
I would say
Yeah, that's a D because there's just other ones that are just so bad. So I could live with a D on this, a D or an F, yeah. But I live with a D on this one here.
6, did you see Quantumania?
Hey,
I
what movie
did.
to
I watched
blame?
it. What? Go ahead, Nick. What?
I was gonna say, a movie can blame for the constant taking out the masks and the helmets. Spider-Man 2.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They did that a lot in Batman, though. But anyway, go ahead, 6. Yeah.
I watched it on my phone at work, so I didn't really think about it too much.
But you did watch it at least.
I did watch it, but I have some grudge against JM, so I don't.
JM.
Jonathan Majors.
Oh, why can't you just say
not related to Lee Majors?
I don't know. Isn't he like a cancelable?
He's trying to make a comeback.
So I'm going to give it a C. I mean, I did watch the whole thing, so I didn't fall asleep while I was at work, but I wouldn't fall asleep there. But I'll just give it a C.
So you gave it a C. Mark gave it a.
It was mid because I'm trying to, we have these other movies that are coming up. They're like D's and Z's and that kind of thing. So I'll give it a D.
Okay, so we had, because Brian gave it a.
No, wait,
D,
a C. Sorry,
a D. I said a D.
And you gave it a C, and Mark gave it a B.
D.
Nope,
D.
I'm giving it a D.
For Dave.
Change my mind. So we have 3 Ds.
3 Ds. I think 3 Ds takes it. In this
Oh, we
case,
haven't finished.
oh, we
What
haven't.
did
Who
Nick
else has
say?
left? Nick hasn't seen it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Mo?
I have
Mo
not
hasn't
seen it either, but the
Yeah,
way
he just saw the
MODOK
trailer.
looks should be an automatic.
What did Tom, what did you give it?
I have not seen this one yet.
Wow.
Yeah, the second one turned me off real bad.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna go with it in the D's. Next up, before we get into the next film, I got a super chat here waiting for me. We got SFX F314 Sabretooth Raptor sharing with $10. Can't rake Marvels. Wakanda, Deadpool and Wolverine, Guardians 3, Ant-Man 3, Strange 2, Eternals, Thunderbolts, Cap 4, Fantastic 4, as I never seen them. Stopped caring about them. Yeah, that happens. That's kind of the reasons I fell out a lot of them. Just didn't care anymore. So all right. Thank you for that, and that helps keep the lights on here. We appreciate that. Next up is a big one, and this is one I thought we might have a little bit of talk on. The Avengers Age of Ultrons, because this is one that some people have come around to and say aged a little bit. So this is the second Avengers film. So let's start with Mo. What did you think about Avengers Age of Ultron, and has your thoughts changed since you first saw it?
I would say it's a solid B. Like seriously, like right in the middle. I wouldn't put it above. I'd put it above Ant-Man. I would say like it's like an 87% for me, but I enjoyed it a lot. I like the serial killer in Minecraft vibe of the way that James Spader did Ultron. Like I really like that. I like the whole. I think it was destroyed by recency bias. Like everybody was used to a Michelin 3 restaurant, and we had a Michelin 2 movie restaurant that as far as like Ultron was. But I think it holds up. Like a lot of the story is convoluted. I know there was some development hell going on with that movie, but it's still a good B movie. It introduced some good characters. It had a lot of good character work. It's just because it was sandwiched by some of the best comic book movies of all time. So I'm saying it's a B. It's a high mid B. So
you gave it a high mid B.
High mid B.
Well, you know what else starts with B, Brian? So what did you think, Brian?
At the time, I seem to remember thinking, well, that was okay, but it kind of dragged a little bit. Now, when I look back on it, I think that was actually pretty damn good. I mean, there's some fantastic set pieces in it. James Spader is fantastic. Could have done with more of him, even. There's some great characters introduced, as Mo said. It actually has aged very well, in my opinion. So, although looking at it, I've got to balance it against all the others. I'd say it's definitely a solid B plus. For me.
I gave it a B plus then. I still gave it a B plus now. There was no recency bias. There was no, well, everything else is so much worse, so it makes it look better. Nah, this movie is great. 2015. I love it just as much 10 years later. So it is like Ant-Man, a movie that is a high B plus. That has moments of anus. The only thing I don't like about it, and luckily it's not the most like polarizing thing, like the Mandarin twist, is having Tony Stark create Ultron instead of Hank Pym. Other than that, it's a fucking awesome movie. So yeah, it's a kick-ass sequel. And you're somehow feeling different. Well, guess what? This movie didn't need to rely on the novelty of the first time they've been together. Now the heroes are gelling together, and you see them get along. You see them bicker. You see them struggle. You see them come back from it all. And the action holds up. The CG holds up. It's such a damn good movie. Also, what Captain America does with a shield, where it kind of like has like a boomerang effect, like in the literal sense, because usually it's like Colin's always out by default. But have it being done where he can now have like a device attached to him was so badass to see. But yeah,
dude.
B
Okay,
plus
so
on the Age of Ultron.
So the thing you just brought up, one of the best scenes of the movie that I thought was like, wow, that's kind of brutal, is what's homeboy? He was in the elevator in Captain America Civil War, I think. And he was like the one that's Sokovia, and basically the Scarlet Witch put him in a force field, and he was exploding in the force field, and threw him into the building. I was like, that's freaking awesome.
Oh,
Like, at
Frank
the very
Grillo's
beginning of the movie.
character. Are
Oh,
you
it was
talking?
awesome.
Yeah.
Frank
It
Grillo's
was
character
that
is
was
Crossbone.
like
He's the Captain America.
there was a
Crossbone.
lot of brutality in the movie, and I
Yeah,
love it. I love how brutal the movie was. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
What do you got, Mark?
Yeah, Crossbones
Okay,
is
well-
in Civil War. That scene was in
So that's
Civil
Civil-
War, but I remember
that's
that,
Civil
that
War.
scene
what's
was
Civil
great.
War? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Brock
Yeah.
Rumlow, aka Crossbones, he is from Civil War and Winter Soldier.
And it did suck that he got killed off because that's one of Cap's great villains. But
Enemies,
surprised they killed.
yeah, agreed.
Oh boy, he ate it in the best way possible.
Well, that was
great.
probably one
Yeah.
of Marvel's biggest strengths, even when they were on their high. Their one major weakness was not only were a lot of the villains not great, outside of a few exceptions, but a lot of the ones that were okay or could have been done better, they didn't give them a second chance. They just killed them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it's teed up to me.
Mark,
I
yeah.
ranked this one number 7 on my list, and Clobby 6. So I'd say like an A minus. So this is definitely more enjoyable than Ant-Man and language. Nick,
Oh,
You're living that down.
hilarious.
I like
Love
that.
line.
that line, yeah. There's that for opening scene where you see all the Avengers kicking ass. You know, whose castle is that? Zemo, or is that whose castle? Where are they attacking in that first scene? I can't even remember now, but it's just a great, with the
I can't
Hulk
remember,
there.
but
Yeah, and I
Hydra?
love the Hydra.
Wolfgang
that-
von
Quasi,
Strucker.
yeah, the Von Strucker one. Yeah, I was gonna say that
Von
quasi
Strucker.
Russia
yeah,
place.
it
Yeah.
was Baron Strucker.
Baron Strucker,
Yeah.
okay. But I mean, you had the Hulk as not the smart Hulk, which I can't stand the smart Hulk. As much as I love reading all the Peter David books and are brilliant, but on screen I like to see that
It's
brute
because
of
he
a
wasn't
Hulk
being
too.
smart Hulk. He was being Mark Ruffalo.
That's true. Yeah. So, but yeah, you got to rate this better than Ant-Man, as good as Ant-Man is. So maybe I'd nudge this to the A tier, and Clobby would
All
agree
right.
with me too. So
Fair enough. Do you want to go next 6, or do you want me to
Yeah.
go first?
Yeah, I'll go. This solid B plus, like Nick said. I mean, this movie gave me Wanda. It's got Fury in it, and I love Mark Ruffalo. That he's my Hulk. Other than Bill Bixby, but that's too old school. So I absolutely adore this movie. I love that scene, like one of you said in the beginning, where all the Avengers are fighting together and they're storming the castle, and I think that's just great. It's a solid B plus because there's a few that are way better, but I adore this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it when it first came out, but I would say I probably appreciate it even more since it's aged like a fine wine. In fact, I would say it's better than the first Avenger film. That could be sacrilege to some people, but to me, I love that it hits the ground running. As brought up before, James Spader knocks it out of the park. It's just sad we didn't get more of him in the film. This was one of those movies I remember they talked about possibly giving a director's cut or an extended cut at one time, but it just never came to fruition because there was so much of this movie that wound up on the cutting room floor. But yeah, no, I don't know if I could put it in the A tier, but I definitely could give it a B. But I mean, it's definitely up there in that A range.
It
So-
rules B tier. It holds the top spot in the B tier.
Definitely, yeah. I guess I'd say that. So I guess to be fair, I'd have to give it in the B tier because Infinity War and stuff probably better. So,
So we got
obviously
all
better.
B's except Mark said A minus.
Well,
I
then
think
I guess
Clobby too, but yeah.
yeah. So I think that. Excuse me. in
I
this
can live
case-
with that. I can live with that. Like if
'cause,
it'd
yeah,
be like
there's
a
some
B
other
plus
bigger
tier.
films.
Yeah.
And then we got Ant-Man and Wasp in the chat. We're gonna close out that poll, and it looks like 45% of you think that it belongs in the C tier. So there we go on that one to get that one out of the way.
Oh,
Next
that
up,
quite wasn't on the board. I forgot about that. My bad.
okay. Before we get too much farther, I'm going to do the rest of these super chats we got here from SFX Sabretooth Raptor. I think this was the first one of his ones that he sent before. Or is this new? Iron Man 3 C to
Continuation.
B-ish. It's a continuation, yes. Cap Marvel F, Spider 1 C, Spider 2 D, Spider-Man No Way Home A, Strange 1 an A, Thor 3 a C, never watched Thor 4, Black Widow an F, and then 10 Rings an F. Yeah, I haven't seen Shang-Chi either. And then Sabretooth Raptor comes in with another $10. Thank you so much. This episode has been brought to you by Sabretooth Raptor, by the way. Hawkeye should have had his own origin movie in the first phase, or at least a series, yeah. No two now, and it's way too late, just like Black Widow. It was way too late. The show is forgettable. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you're right that the time has kind of passed, but yeah. Well, thank you for the support, my friend. And next up, we got a big one. Avengers Endgame, one of the highest grossing films of all time. Let's so just so everybody knows, I'm not skipping 6 because of any reason other than she wants to go last, so I'm not being a jerk and not letting ladies go first ever. So yeah, just to let everybody know. So Mark, let's start with you. Go ahead and give your first. Yeah, Endgame for.
So this, I mean, I'll start with the bad, and of course, what they did to Cap in Endgame is unforgivable in terms of having Cap go back, and he should have just had that last dance and then come back. You know, he's kind of let everyone down. Captain America would never do that. So that, I loved the movie. I ranked it number 9 overall. I actually ranked, let's say, Age of Ultron better than Endgame. So to be consistent, I give that like an A-, B+. I'll stick with a B for Endgame just because of the screw ups that they had in terms of legacy Marvel. Of course, spoiler alert, killing off Tony Stark and well, of course he was it.
Tony's dead.
Tony's dead. So when not having him come back, it's so it's like a B+, almost an A-. But yeah, how stupid is Marvel killing off their best 2 characters? So but of course it does wrap everything up, and it's God, I'm looking at it made $2.8 billion Endgame in phase 3. $2.8 billion, and that was in 2019. God, 2019 was that long ago now that everything's gone to hell when you're riding high, and
with inflation it might even push it up closer to 3 billion or over. But
it would have been over 3 billion easily with the inflation. Yeah.
So this movie was the event. Yeah, what was the event of the summer then? But I guess A- maybe. Because it was just like, God, being in the movie theater just was so much fun with the crowd on opening night.
It's more of the experience than the film itself, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of flaws with the film, but God, that was you were pumped when you got out of that. I thought I could take on the world when I got out of that movie theater. So yeah, it was great to see Thor get some love there too, and in that in the end. So of course, but this is when they have the fat Thor too, right? Doesn't Thor get
in the beginning?
In the beginning,
yes,
but then he comes back.
Yeah.
They do him dirty, but then he comes back. So, but yeah, I go A-. All right, A-. Yeah.
Or wait, doesn't he end the film fat too? Because isn't it? It might not be till Thor that he finally. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, when does these all kind of merge together? Or was it Ragnarok where he's? No, he's not.
That was before that.
He's got fat. He's fat, and his long, greasy hair is braided 10 times.
He's the dude.
Yeah,
I was gonna say. I think
he really is. Yeah.
Didn't he start Thor: Love and Thunder fat, or was it?
Yeah, Love and Thunder. Yeah, because he kills Thanos in the beginning of this movie, and then it all goes to hell for him, right? So. But A-. Yeah.
Nick.
I'm gonna go with a B, straight B, not plus like Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. The highs are like absolute A high, but the lows are definitely in like D. Like obviously how not only did the Hulk really go full neutering in this movie, but they didn't give him a rematch against Thanos. And then of course then there's the ladies coming together scene, which is the most horrifically done scene. That was, especially where all the placement of the characters was. However, what made me almost put this as a B+ almost was the audience reaction. The only one that was equal to Captain America lifting Mjolnir was when Thanos decked Captain Marvel, and the theater lost their mind like it was the World Series when the White Sox won the World Series. When Thanos decked Captain Marvel, everyone was so happy to see Thanos.
Are you a Southsider?
To
Did I just find this out right now? Are you a Southsider?
There's only one Chicago team of baseball,
okay.
and
No,
the other
no,
one
no,
up
no,
north is a
no,
tourist
no, no.
attraction.
No, can we at
I
least
just said
agree that the Brewers suck?
No, the Brewers are awesome. Every time I go, I root for them.
It's sad that Mo Zamboni had to go home to his planet.
My apologies.
I'm just
I
picking.
give Nick the floor again. Yeah, that's. I mean, I stand by what I said. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a B. Not as high as the other Bs, but it's a smaller B.
All right, Brian.
Oh, this is a tough one. So, I mean, there is an awful lot of good stuff in this, but leaving aside Mark and Nick's character concerns about what they did to certain characters, it's a little bit of a sprawling mess at times, which kind of nobody could ever say it was as good as Infinity War. So coming after Infinity War, it's not a letdown because I do recall enjoying it a great deal, but I think it is just a little bit too much going on over too long a time. Narratively, it's tough. The time travel thing, I mean, I love time travel movies. It's my thing, but the time travel thing is a little bit complex in this and a little bit of a cop-out. And also totally removes some of the emotional impact of Infinity War. So, I'm sure it's tough. It could never be on the same level as Infinity War, so it's a B.
All right, Mo.
See, it introduces time travel, which is a cop out in every movie, unless you have a DeLorean or your H.G. Wells. I hated that.
I think that's a pretty good rule, actually.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Tell that to Star Trek, please.
If Mary Steenburgen didn't star in your movie, your time travel sucks.
At least with Star Trek, they play it off like it's not something they do very often or should do very often, right?
So good in 4, though. I loved it in 4.
Yeah, see, like that's what I mean. When they do it, they try to make it worthwhile. But anyhow, go ahead, Mel. Sorry.
Yeah. So that was a cop out. There was a lot of once again, drollery. We have the missing couples love session with Cap at the beginning, which is like, get out of here with that shit. I hated that. But it's like, with the blip, I don't mean to visit sins that affected other movies, but it was such a bad problem. Like, if you're flying on a plane when Thanos snapped his fingers and you came back, you got to live for about 10 more seconds and had the most horrendous death of your entire that anybody could ever imagine. Or if somebody, there's so many implications. It's such a cop out of what the movie should have been. It's bad. The blip.
But they're also forgetting that everything is moving. The Earth is moving. The solar system is moving. The galaxy is moving, all at tremendous speed. So physically, you'd be somewhere else completely.
Oh yeah, no. If anybody remembers, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the blip was done in the book, but I feel like, and you can make the same argument for the book, but I can rationalize it more in the book because in the book it was only like a 48-hour span, whereas I feel like for me, what hurts it the most for me is the 5 years.
Yeah,
to save Tony Stark's daughter, right? Yeah. So to not erase her out of existence. So that was kind of selfish on his part. Although as a dad, I can understand it. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it to get where they need to go was unnecessary. They could have tracked down Thanos but there's so many continuity problems. This is a too many cooks in the kitchen movie. There's too many ideas, and they tried to implement all of them. Professor Hulk was a wuss. I hated the fact that he's making fun of Savage Hulk. He's like, I'm throwing around bikes. And, like, it ruins almost. It was the beginning of the end, and it was with a bang. Yeah, Captain America picked up Mjolnir. Okay, that was cool. They had a lot of beats that were amazing, but most of the movie was crap. So I'm sorry, it's a C. And I would rank it lower for what it's done to most of the Marvel movies because they've latched on to the story threads from that movie, and it sucks. It is a poorly written movie with a lot of great scenes, and people just attach themselves to the great scenes. And I think the movie has done more damage to the Marvel universe than any of the movies that we're going to review going forward.
I have a hard time arguing with that. Although I do like the movie more than some folks do. The time travel element is a problem. They almost set themselves up for failure in that moment when they decided to kill off characters that they knew they were going to have to bring back. Like, that was the mistake. Because if anything, if they really wanted to add some stakes to the Marvel universe, they should have killed off half the characters, and half those characters never return. Right? So at that moment, you make some tough choices and you decide who's not coming back. Right? At that point. Like, and then you go forward from there and you find a way to work your way out of this. And I mean, otherwise, because like at that point, you kind of set yourself up where obviously it's going to be time travel. When you add the child into the mix, it adds the obvious, you know, hurdle you have to go over. Like, duh, which parent or what parent is going to choose, you know, to go back in time and probably make the world that your child doesn't exist in anymore, right? Like, I mean, that is such a not a cop out, but a setup in a way that sets you up for an impossible conclusion where everything can come out in a way that works out. I don't want to keep going on about this film. I like it, but unfortunately it's not as good as I think our memory, and like I think Mo has a point. But again, I'm curious what Six thinks about it after all these years too. So I'm going to give this one a C. I'm going to give this one a C.
God.
Wow.
Fuck. I fucking love this movie. I saw this movie in the theater twice. I cried multiple times in this movie. I was probably on my period, but still, it was very emotional. No, I'm just like, that's my.
I wish guys had an excuse for that. I was really horny, so
I had to take a big giant shit.
I love Steve Rogers getting to spend his life with Peggy. I love Tony Stark getting to see his dad. That always gets me. Anytime somebody gets to strengthen a relationship or have an encounter with their father, that always gets me. I love this movie. A+.
Oh, so you're going for the trump card here, huh?
Yeah. So we have 2 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's.
B.
2 A's, 2 B's, and 2 C's. I guess it's up
Stick it
to
in
the
the
audience.
B's.
That's a B then.
I apologize to the chat for rating the movie like Gary Oldman's character from The Professional. I was very angry.
Stick it right in the B.
Yeah.
All right, we're sticking it in the B, right in the butt. So yeah, let's.
Come on, we could come together and agree. It's some things are best stuck in there.
And then Lord Kamina 2 says with $2 they could have used the van to cast younger actors. The van,
the one where we basically accidentally found the
yes,
and then we're like, who cares about that? It's fine.
Yes,
you know? Like we introduced so many problems with continuity and storytelling. Yeah,
I can't argue with that, and that's the problem. Like I do, like you Six. There's so many moments in this movie that I love, like flat out fucking love. But there's so many problems, and it's not wrong that he's not wrong that it does set up issues for going down the road. And I think the reason this movie had such a big box office had more to do with Infinity War than it did with Endgame, to be honest. Like, they had to see the conclusion, right? Like, and everybody wanted to see the conclusion. It had one of the biggest opening nights, I think, in history. I don't think anything's going to come close to it for years to come.
Well, it made it 800 million more than Infinity War. And I think everyone agrees universally Infinity War is one of the best Marvel movies.
And that's kind of the case sometimes. Like Spider-Man 3 is a great example of this. Spider-Man 3 is the highest grossing of the Spider-Man films. We all know that's not because Spider-Man 3 was good. It was because Spider-Man 2 was fan favorite. And everyone
like, let's see something really good. Yeah.
So anyhow, let's keep going.
That's why you always have to refer to Spider-Man 3 as a proof of logic of why just because a movie makes the most money doesn't always refer to it being the best. Always refer
It's also
to
a
that
way you can
movie
kind
for
of
reference.
pinpoint the. Yeah, you can also pinpoint the peak of a franchise usually, which brings us to a perfect example of Endgame. At this point, we're that far out on the other side that we could see that is the peak. That was the peak. That was where it hit the top.
I need to graph that.
There you go. There's your shot. Speaking
When
of
I gotta-
shots,
Well, I got to head out, Tom.
you
Unfortunately,
do.
so,
I was gonna say you got to head
Aw.
out. It's 9:30, so or 10:30 your time. So
yeah.
go ahead
so
and
I
plug
got,
the show. I'll send everybody over when we're done. So thanks for being here, Mark.
yeah, I'll see you guys in about 24 hours when you finish this whole massive list.
Shit.
But yeah, so I'll see you guys on the Geekery. We'll be talking all
Yeah.
things FF, and I just made this sign in my 3D printer, so I
Oh.
think I might put these
What?
on Fleabay.
So
So
nice. That's awesome.
Ooh.
yeah, so I made like a mini one too. So
Oh,
I'm gonna put these on my eBay store, but
Oh, neat.
so get a little one too. So yep. So
I'm gonna put that on my toilet.
That is- now we know we're
You meant that
talking
as a
about
compliment,
clobberin.
Mark.
I did.
You're
Well, I
clobbered
mean,
for that.
I let some pretty big deuces that I would call.
I'm
like,
gonna
man,
put that in the bottom of my
that looks
cat litter
just like
box.
the Thing.
Come on, focus.
It's clogging time.
I'm gonna
It's
take a
clogging
picture.
time.
Get on it.
Exactly.
That's how much I love it.
We now
thank
have
you.
said we have said goodbye to the Browns at the Super Bowl, and we've now gone to clobberin time. Wow.
We're not gonna make a special version of Tom with the shit emoji in there. The double dose. Yeah.
You make it a turd, but it looks like the Thing, right? Like the same kind of the rock style. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mark. I'll
Yep.
send
See you, Mark.
everybody over there.
Nice
Take
meeting
And
you.
care.
Mo's got my spreadsheet, so he can chime in with Clobby's
Ah.
ranking and my
I got
ranking.
shots.
I'm printing it out
Alright.
so I can sleep well tonight. Yes. So.
Awesome.
See you,
Take
Mark.
care,
All
everyone.
right.
See you later.
Take care. All right. Well, now we're getting, as we said, we're gonna have to buzz through some of these here. The next few, I think some of us haven't seen outside of the obvious ones I have, but it's like Wakanda Forever. Look,
Didn't see
who has
it.
even seen this fucking movie?
Never saw it.
I
Never
did.
saw it.
Okay, so 6, are you the only one here who's seen it?
What?
Mo, have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but they built it on the body of Chadwick Boseman, who is a good guy.
I knew that we
That's
would be in a.
disgusting. Yeah.
We knew this would be a panel. I knew it. This is one of those movies I had a feeling 6 that only 1 or 2 of us would have seen. So, what did you think of Wakanda Forever?
Well, I walked out of it.
Ouch.
So it's an A.
She
Because
set
it
it up
was-
like it was going to be halfway decent. She's like,
Yeah, I
sucks.
watched. I
and I
watched.
wasn't even on my period. Yeah. So.
No, I had to go home because I had to poop, and I don't like to poop in public. So anyway,
You should go into a bathroom then.
She took my last segment and just.
You don't have to do it in public. Go to a
One movie
bathroom.
Show's over,
Period.
folks. Thanks
The
a lot.
other
I was gonna say,
The other
if it ends
movie
right
was
here, I'm happy
great.
with that. The 6 is not gonna. We're not gonna do any better than 6 right now. So.
I watched Black Panther right before, and I mean, I was on the couch like, hurry up! I got to go see Wakanda Forever. I wanted, because I wanted to prep for seeing Wakanda Forever, so I wanted
Right.
to refresh with Black Panther. And so I fucking loved. Spoiler alert! I love Black Panther. That is an A+ for me. So I went from seeing Black Panther to going to see Wakanda Forever, and I can't remember the scene. It was Namor. I remember Namor. Is that how you say his name?
Number.
No more.
Yeah, he was on screen, and I was like, "Fuck this shit."
Not more.
I
Not more.
I could think of 1,000 other things I would rather have been doing, and so I just took my
When the movie
popcorn
turned
and
into a
my
gay disco.
Oh,
Diet
we
Coke
know
and I
what
went home.
thing you'd rather be doing, 6. You have to go give birth to a Black Panther.
I was just gonna say, are you
I
sure that
flushed it
the
away.
old saying that once you go black, you don't go back? Does this movie prove that wrong, or?
Well, I have gone black, and I went back, and
And
now
then you
I'm
left.
open. And now I'm open. What?
Yeah, and you left midway through. You're
And
like,
I
"Fuck
left.
this shit, I'm out."
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna finish this
You
guy
gave
off. I'm out of here. So that's
Yeah.
what's
Did
the
you yell
bottom?
Wakanda Forever when you let out the Panther?
This
The bottom is F. So,
I
yeah.
thought there was. Oh, I can't read. Okay, yeah.
Nope,
So this
just
is
F.
an F for me.
And I think that's. I was going to give it to the audience since you were the only other rating, but
Nobody else saw it.
I saw a flood of
I
Fs in
never
the
saw
chat. Yeah, Brian never saw it. Mo
Never
hadn't seen
saw
it.
it.
Nick,
Wasn't
I'm pretty
interested.
sure I'd never seen it. So,
Wow.
and I saw a flood of Fs in the chat. So
Did you see it, Tom?
No, fuck no.
Oh.
I refused to see this movie. This was the one I actually stood on principle because was it you, Mo, who just said that you wouldn't see it because it was a 2-hour
Chadwick
fucking funeral
Boseman
for
did
fucking
not
Chadwick Boseman.
We didn't know Chadwick Boseman anything was wrong with him until he died. And what did they do? They didn't honor that spirit of what he's trying to do. They built a movie on his body, and that's disgusting to me. Like, if it was something like he's like, oh, I'm done. Like, if he was all for it and he signed off on it, it's one thing. But he didn't. He just wanted to be. He went out like a man. He's just. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. And what was Wakanda Forever? Feel sorry for me. The Marvel intro to that movie was feel sorry for me.
It was a
And
2-hour funeral.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's reprehensible because all it is they're just trying to make money. And they made it on his body. And
Correction, I think it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It was a long one. I think.
It was. That's the other thing. I'm like, looked at the running time. I'm like, are you shitting me?
That's probably what it was too. Actually, I think it was about 40 minutes in. I looked at
Jesus.
my phone to look at the time, and I was like, I do not have 2 more hours in me.
Lord. Yeah, because that's the thing with this. And I think, honestly, Chadwick, I think, thought he was going to get better. And that's why he probably kept things from everybody. Plus, he just seemed like a very private person in general. Because he was one of the few of these Marvel guys who didn't seem to stick his nose out everywhere in the political crap. Of course, he was dealing with personal stuff, so I can see why. But at the end of the day, I think he would have rather they just recast the role. I think he would have said that this is too important to kids. They need to recast it. And I was somebody who didn't think that way at first, but after hearing a few people talk, I think that was probably the best way to do it, and they fucked it up. So I think an F is where this belongs, and it doesn't deserve anything more than that. So with that, let's talk about the next worst fucking Marvel film you could think of in recent years. Captain Turd, Brave New World.
Yeah, great reset.
I haven't seen it. And I never
Brian
will.
hasn't seen it. Mo, did you see it?
I unfortunately did. This was I wouldn't see it if I was lurking in the chat, sending super chats, making fun of Nick Weiser's choice of baseball teams. But, I watched it to be able to review it, and it was a D-. Like, the only reason I liked it is because of liked a portion of it was because of the guy that played the old super soldier. I didn't watch the TV series, and I understand what they did with him, but I like that actor a lot, and I thought what they did with him in the movie was okay, but it's like a D- F. Like, it's just not good. It meanders. They cut it to death. The battle midget that worked for the freaking government was annoying. She was like 5 feet tall, and I understand that she had a bone marrow issue, but it's like, you're in a movie. All right, this isn't like I'm ranking people based off of commercials. Like, please.
It's not her fault they put her in the movie. It's their fault.
Exactly. And get paid, girl. It's okay. And for what she did a good job. But it was a meandering movie. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen way worse, but it's like a D-. It's at the bottom of the D.
Mm-hmm. So Brian, you said you didn't see it. Nick, did you watch this one or not? I can't remember even. No. 6, I think you went to see it, didn't you?
Nope, didn't see this.
No? So you didn't see this one either?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess I'm the only other person who did see this piece of shit, and I can blame Yellow Flash for that.
Haha.
But that being said, yeah, no, I pretty much agree with everything Mo just said. I'm not even sure if I'd be generous enough to give it a D. The only thing that might be better about it is it might be better than Wakanda Forever or some of the other films. I don't know, but...
Hey, something can still be better than our shit and still be enough.
There just didn't seem like anything redeemable about it to where I can go to give it a D. Like, it is such bottom of the fucking barrel Marvel. Like, it is a great example of how far the Marvel fucking franchise has sunk.
Give it a D and let's move on.
Sunk?
Let's move on.
Yeah. Fine, I'll give it a D.
How many more movies do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
You may have to split this into 2 shows.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 left, and we've only done 1, 2,
I'd
3,
be
4,
tempted.
5,
I'd
6,
be
7.
tempted to do a second show next week.
We're probably going to
finishing it
have
off.
to, guys. Yeah, we're probably going to have to cut it off sometime around. How about we cut it off at Fantastic Four? How's that sound, guys? Does that sound like a deal?
Yes,
Okay.
Is that
and
too
do the
many?
rest next week.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just cut it off at half.
Well, that's pretty much half, ain't it?
I don't know where Fantastic Four is.
Right here and
Oh,
right
I see it. I see it. Okay.
It's half of this top row.
Okay.
We still have another almost full row left after that. So all right, Avengers Infinity War. I think this is one we can buzz through pretty quickly anyway. I think, is there anybody on the panel who wouldn't say an A for this? This is like top tier Marvel right here.
Bring me Thanos.
One of the
Brilliant.
last quotable. What? A.
Which one
Six-
is it?
Infinity War.
Yeah, A.
A all the way.
Sorry, I forgot to give you the next few
That's
movies.
okay.
That's my bad.
I'm just
The
gonna
next
say-
one's Black Panther after that, but Infinity War. So I think do you agree 6A for Infinity
Yes.
War?
A.
Okay. I don't think we have any arguments there whatsoever.
Spectacular.
All right, so here's one that I think we might get a little bit mixed on. So Black Panther is the next one in line. So this is the original film.
A plus.
6 already said. Yeah, go ahead. 6. This is one time I'll let you start it since you already gave your thing. You said A plus. Anything you want to say quick about it?
I think that it was great how they just leaned into all the stereotypes about how African tribes dress, the color palette. but I was okay with it. I absolutely just love this movie. I love the vibranium. It's just cool. Good memories of seeing it. Love it.
All right, Nick. Anything to say about Black Panther and what's your rating?
Really quickly, Killmonger was never misunderstood. He was always wrong and absolutely a resentful little bitch for his actions. That said, he was good at acting like a villain in a movie. So yes, he was a great choice to play the character. He played his part well, but it wasn't because he was misunderstood. No, he was a scummy entitled piece of shit. And that's fine. I like my villains to be scummy, entitled pieces of shit. So I'm glad he played that part very well. That said, movie gets a C.
Brian.
I seem to recall enjoying it quite a bit, despite the overhyped cultural aspects. And I do find it still bugs me to this day that if Wakanda is so wonderful, why are they letting their late neighbors live in poverty? But that's beside the point. I think it had a lot of fun, a lot of great performances. It's a B for me.
All right, B for Black Panther and Brian. A lot of B's. Mo.
I would say there is a lot of contrivances in this movie, more so than is allowable in most movies where you're like, all right, please, but Killmonger was good. I didn't like how he was bleeding to death and he was complaining about how life has done him wrong. And I'm like, really? He's like, you're watching the sunset and you're just bitching and moaning. It was really annoying. But overall, Black Panther was a fun movie, mainly because we have Forrest Whitaker in there. We do have good representation of African culture, which is like, hey, we're not trying to take something and supplant it, our values on that. Is like we're just trying to roll with it. It was a breath of fresh air, but it fell very short in the end, and I would say it's a B minus C plus. But it was a fun movie to watch.
You missed a key character in this movie. I can't believe you missed Forrest Whitaker's lazy eye.
But that's in every
almost
movie
worth a
he's
point
in.
by itself.
That's
That's
in every
true.
movie.
That
Well, of course
was-
it's in every
that-
movie
see,
he's
that's
in,
what
but-
made the movie go from C minus to C plus.
That's why that's why I rate Bloodsport an A, because Forrest Whitaker was tour de force in Bloodsport.
He was.
Yes.
Well, Bloodsport is an A anyway. I don't know why we're even
Yeah.
debating this.
Why
No,
was he?
but anyhow-
Why was he in Wakanda when he's the last king of Scotland?
That's a good question. I don't love Black Panther, but I have a hard time outside of nitpicking it, really like disliking it for anything. If anything, like what you guys all just said is pretty relevant to the film. Like, this is one of those times where the wokeness worked for the film because the character is what it is, and it's unapologetically what it is. And I guess it just happened to work out that you caught the right wave at the right time in the right place with the right director, star, and passable story that worked well enough in that early Marvel or mid Marvel range to where things were still really good. And so that's why I can't say anything bad about the movie, because I still remember it being pretty good. I do remember bits and pieces of the film pretty well, to where I don't remember having a uber negative reaction. I do feel like the movie was overhyped. I do feel like the movie was overpraised. Oh, yeah. It is nothing more than probably your basic, really good superhero film, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's any more special than a lot of the Marvel films. So in this case, I guess I'd have to give it a C to a B. So I'm going to give it a high C with a C+. How's that sound, guys? I know I'm making it more difficult, but yeah.
What I meant to bring up real quick, 5 seconds. I love the misdirection of the early 90s gangster culture and what happens actually to the characters, and why Killmonger has his issues with Wakanda and stuff like that. Like, they set it up, and I think John Singletary direct this?
Thought it was Ryan.
No, it's Coogler. I thought.
Right, yeah. but like somebody that is of that ilk, that like knows how to tell a story in such a way. I thought it was a good misdirection, and I thought there was some good storytelling elements. I think it catches shit for being attached to Wakanda forever, but yeah, I would say it's a good one. I would say
it did end all racism. That's true.
Yeah, it is true. And I went to go see it in the theater, even though they told me not to. So,
yeah, I waited. I did my part. Remember, I was supposed to give tickets. I didn't know any black people to give it to. So I just kind of waited and went and see it when all the black people supposedly went and see it already. So I did my part. I don't have any immediate black friends. Okay. I'm not going to pull I got a black friend. I know plenty of black people, but I don't know any of my immediate life that I'm going to go buy a ticket for. So don't give me shit.
I fucked a black guy once, so I'm good.
Oh my God, 6, get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that racist.
She should change her name to 12.
So you're saying again, you went black and never went back. See,
no, I have gone. I did go back after that.
The one time to the same guy, though, right? Not to a different person.
Totally to a different. How could?
Wait, what? So it's more than one black guy.
We have 1A.
Stop changing the subject. Was it more than one black?
2 C's, and Mo said B- C+. You got to pick, son.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it.
If you say C, we can go to the next movie.
C+.
Okay.
C+.
So
what's the rating?
Excellent popcorn movie. C+. Yes. High C.
Okay.
I see.
All right. Let's grab this super chat from Corn. We got Corn in the house. It says Black Panther was live action Walmart version of Lion King. It does have a lot of similar elements.
And the Avatar makes the argument irrefutable.
Is that like Michael Jordan with like fucking
Frederick Douglass's
hair or something? What the fuck is
I agree with Corn. IAWC. Let's see it in the chat.
I give up. I don't know what to fucking do anymore. Let's move on to Multiverse of Madness, because this is where I always say the Marvel Universe was broken. Let's start with Mo. What did you think of Multiverse of Madness? It's Doctor Strange.
Well, I thought about not spending any money for the movie, but
so you didn't see it?
I saw the Mr. Fantastic getting turned into spaghetti, and it made me very angry.
You just saw that clip, or you just?
But yeah, I saw that clip. I saw Professor Xavier get the neck snap from a Lethal Weapon movie, and it just looked. I liked the first 6 episodes of WandaVision. Once again, this is before we got kind of clued into what was going on in the culture war and why a lot of these shows and movies were shit. But I like the vibe of, I like the first 6 episodes. of WandaVision, and I thought, it was okay, but I soured at the end. And then once I saw a bunch of clips from Multiverse of Madness and how they neutered Sam Raimi, I'm like, we're done. And I think that's the biggest travesty is it didn't let Sam Raimi cook. Excuse me.
So in other words, you didn't see the whole movie.
I didn't, but from what I saw,
Okay.
it was enough for me to see.
Disqualified. Sorry.
Disqualified.
Sorry. Okay.
I had
Ryan.
to make a judgment.
I wasn't a huge fan of this movie, having loved the first one. Yeah, I agree. It neutered Sam Raimi. It was overstuffed. Too many characters, too many confusing plot lines, jumping around all over the place. Lots of modern Marvel messaging. It's pretty tiresome, really. Didn't enjoy it much at all. I struggled to give it more than a D, to be honest.
Sounds like you're struggling to even give it a review.
Yeah, I am. Just like I thought, this
High as fuck, Brian.
compared to the first, yeah, I am. Well, I'm not actually. I'm just tired. It was not good at all. There's a lot of crap in it.
So you say D?
It's a D. Yeah.
All right,
It's not
Nick.
about Doctor Strange, as somebody said in the chat. It isn't
No.
about Doctor Strange. That's a problem.
Mhm.
For a movie called Doctor Strange and the Mom, it
Mhm.
was not about Doctor Strange.
It
And
was about the
Professor
mom,
X
though.
died as much as Kenny died in South Park. And this was not an enjoyable watch. And I hate saying that because Doctor Strange is one of my favorite Marvel characters. So this
Indeed.
really, really hurt that I did not enjoy this one. So I don't take pride in saying this about these things ever, but I definitely don't take pride in it more so than ever, particularly with this movie, because there was a lot. This movie had a big opening weekend. Doctor Strange gained a lot of fans from Infinity War. You had the timing to get this right, and they fumbled the ball. This could maybe been their new face of the MCU with a good sequel. But of course, they wanted it to be Captain Marvel, and well, now they have no face. So they are a faceless company in a sea of thousands. Now, that all said, this is going to be the part where I got to pull out. So it's been good. It's been fun. You guys have fun with the rest of this show. I'll see you dudes next week. Okay. And sub to my channel and sub to my Bonded by Metal channel if you haven't. You guys all have a magical evening. I'm gonna pull out so these guys can go a little quicker.
Wait, what is that why you're leaving? Don't leave, Nick.
I'm going.
Well, what's your rating for this movie though?
D.
D. Okay.
All right.
Why is he pulling
Slipping
out?
and sliding.
Bye, Nick. I loved WandaVision. Fucking loved it. And this movie was a big disappointment. It's a D for me.
So you're saying you didn't like the sequel?
I didn't like the finale of WandaVision.
You didn't go
no.
back again.
No.
All right.
I couldn't
Multiverse of
stand
Madness.
that little kid.
Oh God, yeah. Like, I mean, you guys have pretty much said it all already. Like, this was not a Doctor Strange film. It was not the follow-up to the last time we seen Doctor Strange, even really. It was a WandaVision sequel. I mean, what more can I say than that? I mean, is it as bad as Captain America Brave New World? No. But it's still not as good as Black Panther, so I still, the best I can give it is maybe a D+.
Okay, we got 4 Ds. Next.
Yeah. So why did Nick leave again? I missed that.
He said he was leaving so we could finish.
Oh no, dude, I'm gonna leave this open because we're gonna have to come back.
I know.
This is
I
not-
wish he'd stayed.
So I don't know if he had to leave for other reasons. That's cool, but like, yeah, no. I hope if he's listening, you did not have to leave for that, Nick. There is no fucking way we're getting through all these movies tonight. No, you did not help us at all if that's what you were leaving for, man. But if you had kid business to deal with, that's fine. I understand. But yeah, no, if you want to come back in, Nick, you're totally welcome to. Because
Yeah, we only have 5 more, and then we're gonna.
yeah,
stop.
if we even make it to F4, because I just said that in the deal. Like, we'll see if we get there. At this point, it's going to be probably we'll call it at the 2-hour mark wherever we're at is where I'm sitting right now. Because yeah, we got to let everybody go and we'll just have to hold this until next week. It's just one of those things. I had a feeling it was going to be a long list. But all right, we're on a couple here that I think might be some quick ones anyway. So we got Black Widow. Now, this is one I guess I'll start because I surprisingly did not hate this movie as much as I thought I would. The first 2/3 of the film are not as horrible as I thought they were going to be. A lot of the characters I found to actually be charming and entertaining. It's the third half of the movie where they literally are falling from the sky for like 40 fucking minutes is the problem with this movie. Like all logic goes out the window at that point. And at that, nothing can save it. And not to mention the obvious, which is that this was a pointless sequel or prequel, I should say, sorry. Prequel that we didn't need 5 years too late or even 10 years too late at that point, maybe even. So at best I can probably give Black Widow is a C to a D. So I'll give it a C minus. That way if we have to give it a D, that'll tip it. But 6, did you want to go next or do you want to wait till last?
I'll give it a D. It wasn't great. It wasn't memorable. I watched it once and I was like, oh, there she is. Done. D.
Yeah.
D for done.
Well, Brian.
I kind of agree with you. I actually enjoyed it a little more than I thought I would, despite a few things. But it was some great action in it. It wasn't that bad. It was a C.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the characters had great chemistry. That's part of what helped it for me. I mean, the story and all that business was kind of, like you said.
And it's not really it's not a superhero movie, of course. It's more of a spy action thriller than a
comedy-esque kind of family film in a way.
Pretty good for that. It was pretty good. It was a
Family
C.
film.
I don't mean in like a family film, like a Disney film, but I mean in a family film, like it's about the family, right? Like this family that was put together for.
It's a shame it was so late in making it, but never mind.
Yeah, like because the family itself was put together as this spy family, right? And then we realize how the girls' lives are so fucked up because of that. Mm-hmm. So then part of the film is them all coming back together as a family, right? And their little fucked up family. And that to me, I found charming. And I felt a lot of people overlooked that aspect of the film at the time, especially in the midst of the MCU, in full flower. Because at that moment, I was like, well, that is kind of a positive family message, even though they have a fucked up family. You still have the mother, the father, and kids unit there that I thought kind of worked for the movie. But at the end of the day, it's tough to give it a much better rating than that. So I think, where did it fall? Did Mo, what did you say?
For me.
I did not see it. Yeah.
Is this is the movie she sued Disney over, right?
Yes. And that's another reason why I kind of give it some. I can't hate it all out straight.
Brian, what did you give it?
A C.
C. So we both gave it a C.
So it's a C.
So it tipped it towards the C's, weirdly. Okay. That's going to piss some people off. I can see that one already.
Yeah.
So yeah. That'll be an interesting flashcast this week. How the fuck did you put Black Widow and Black Panther on the same fucking little tier? I can see it already.
They both got the word black in them.
Yeah, they're both black. I thought it was a sequel to Black Panther.
And
that's the bitch that killed him?
Black Panther killed him, and now she's a widow.
Exactly. Oh, it's the husband. It's the wife. Okay.
I just about made a really disgusting joke, but for Six's sake, I didn't.
Nah, go for it. She loves it.
No,
Oh, say
never
it.
mind.
Unless it's about animals. 'Cause that's
something to do with that
disgusting.
thing black in them.
Sorry, I talked over it. What did you say?
I was going to say something about having black in them made them better, but
he was making another go black joke.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what. We already made like three, Brian. It's okay.
Sorry, Six.
Don't be apologizing.
me.
It's all right.
Never apologize
All right.
unless you mean it.
Let's talk about Civil War, because this was one of my favorites. I'll be honest with you guys. So, what did you think? Six, do you want to start or do you want to wait?
Is this the one with what's his name?
Spider-Man and the introduction of Black Panther. Over the Sokovia Accords.
No, the hold on.
Okay, well, you
This
go
is
ahead
why
and
I
look that
said
up.
do me last.
Nope, that's what I was asking for. Brian, go ahead. Civil War.
Civil War's pretty damn good, I think. There's some great action smackdowns without having like 500 characters fighting each other. So it's big, but it's a smaller scale in terms of characters. I see the route. I mean, I've only seen it once, I have to say though. So I enjoyed it immensely at the time. They were still making really good action. It looked good at the time, Marvel. So I would probably give this one, it's somewhere around a B plus or an A minus. I think an A.
All right.
The airport fight is pretty damn good, if I remember.
Give it an
rightly.
A for airport.
Yeah, it was a good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun for me.
All right, Mo.
That's the main thing.
That is the main thing.
100% an A. Zemo was amazing because he was a villain that was just trying to play people against each other. He was an actual villain that would exist in actual Earth. So I thought it was good. I loved how everybody chose their side. I love how like the character dynamics played out. Like it was just a well written movie, and you had a lot of really good action. I thought it was a great movie. You know, there wasn't one like you couldn't take a deep breath throughout the entire movie. If anything, I wish I had an extended version, but it's an A plus. Period. It's the Avenger movie. It's the true Avenger sequel that we all wanted.
I think you got some of the best performances out of certain actors in it. You know, some like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are all fantastic in this. So it's an A. I'll go A.
Seeks.
A plus plus plus, just because Bucky is so fine. And then the story, anything with Captain America, really, I fucking love Captain America. So it's an A for me.
He gets in a fight with Spider-Man in this one.
Yep.
No, this is kind of one of the guilty pleasure of the films. I guess it's a non-Avenger film, right? It's really tough to call it a third Captain America film when it really is pretty much an Avenger film that's just missing the Hulk basically and Thor. But other than that, I mean, it's about the Earthbound heroes or whatever you want to call it. So that being said, I love this movie. It's one of the few that I've rewatched many a time, unlike Brian. And it has so many memorable little moments, and I love Spider-Man in it, and I love Black Panther in it. The fight between Cap and Iron Man feels like it has actual stakes, and it makes sense in the grand scheme of things of how they kind of view this whole situation. And even though it's a little different a lot different than the comics, and this is where Nick would be handy to be here to explain the differences real quick, but because I don't think we're gonna get too much farther than we thought. It's a great fun flick, and it just has some really memorable moments, and the final fight has just everything it feels like you need, and the moment when Tony finds out about Bucky and that whole thing, the way it goes, oh man, it's just all just so like, how do I put it? It has that kind of feeling like you feel at the end of Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader tells Luke that he's his father, but you know what I mean? That impactful moment on a character.
It's actually even more than that. It's like everybody in the theater. I remember looking to my wife and I'm like, holy shit, I would do the same thing. Like, this guy is screwed. Like it's basically like if you found that out in real, like they sold that. The acting was so good in that scene. It was amazing. Like, yeah, it gets undersold. Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. You're absolutely right. Yep. It's visceral. Like, you can feel it. Everybody takes a deep breath in the theater. It's amazing. Like,
and you understand both sides. So it's one of those few times where they manage to make an argument that both of these guys have so many great points to their side, right? Like, and in that final moment when he finds that out, it's like, shit, Cap, you're fucked, dude. Like he's got like,
And it's the best. It's the storytelling at its finest. Everybody has stakes, and you would root for anybody given the circumstances.
right.
So,
Yeah.
so you have no idea what's going to happen next because you're rooting for whoever, whenever, what, like.
Well, it
how
makes that
turns
final
out.
battle, which is weird because like he went into this movie with this whole like choose your side thing. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
But the beauty of the final fight is it's no longer about sides anymore. It's no longer even about the Sokovia Accord anymore. Right? This is about Captain America deciding to stand between Bucky and Tony at this moment when Tony is clearly going to end his fucking life. Right? Like this is Tony's not
But
Batman.
you wouldn't blame Tony if I
Exactly. And then on the other
yeah.
side of it, you completely Tony is 100% justified in ending fucking him, regardless of whatever quote unquote changes he says he's made. We can't trust that because this guy has been fucking literally brainwashed and programmed, right? So there's this air of, yes, Tony is right, but Cap is also right to stand up for his friend. It's one of the greatest fucking comic book battles you'll ever see between two guys who have every right in the world to fight for what they're fighting for. And it has nothing to do anymore with any of the, choose your side of Sokovia bullshit.
And that's why that fight works
yeah.
so well because we were gonna be like, I agree with who won. Like you literally like
Right.
sometimes they telegraph it. This wasn't telegraphed. Cap or Iron Man would have won, and it would have made sense either way. They could have done two different endings, like Clue, and we'd have been like, yeah, I agree with both of their motivations.
There's this
and stuff
aspect
like
too, Terrafim, and this is why. Well, this is kind of what I was saying in the same way of saying, why Cap is standing up for his friend, right? Like, because he knows who this kid is. He knows that even though he's been reprogrammed, he didn't do it under his own choices, right? Like, so that's kind of where it's a, it's a mixed bag of who doesn't really, like Mo's right. It doesn't matter who comes out ahead of this thing. Both have every right to fight for what they're fighting for at this point. And it's kind of a really tough one to get in between and go, I think this person's right, or I think that one's more right, or whatever. It doesn't matter at that point. It's like, this is a justified battle.
Yeah, it was written by people that have lost stuff in their life.
Yes.
Because that was written.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's during the
somebody
height of
had
the
lost
MCU,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if somebody, that like it's more prevalent. It's more like it's such a good movie, and it ages like fine wine. It's so good because the older you get and the more experiences you have in life when you lose parents and stuff like that, like the tones and the beats in the movie are so good and they're so spot on with what you kind of deal with. It's like magnified version of your life when you deal with things. That's why it's such a good movie, because it's comic book level good stuff, but it's also like these people have written this movie based off of their human experiences. That's why it's so good.
Well, there's another level to this too, as Tekkaman Blaze says. He just found out Bucky killed his parents. He wasn't thinking clearly. That's true. But guess what else? On the other side of this, Tony's best friend just got fucking paralyzed over this fight. So he has lost the most over this fight already. Right? So that's where he's coming from. So even if he was of clearer mind, I still think he would have went after Bucky. I think it took this battle. It needed, because this is where sometimes, no offense, Six, sometimes women just don't get men. Sometimes men just have to fight it out. This is where the dad will go, the mother will go, stop them from fighting. The dad's just like, nope, just let them fight it out. Because if you don't, guess what? This is going to go on and on and on and on. They need to get it out of their system. And after they fought it out physically, then they'll think clearly and it'll work itself out somehow in the end. That's how men work. Sometimes you just got to let them fucking go. Until somebody pulls out a broken bottle, then you got to stop shit.
I have 3 words. What this movie does really well is fog of war, like the confusion that comes with conflict. It does an amazing job of like,
and the moral questions of it all too, right?
Yeah, it's just like
it's a
you blame
philosophical
Tony
debate.
Stark. I wouldn't. If somebody killed my parents, like I feel like I don't care if you got programmed, you're the person, and I would have a hard time parsing that.
It's quite deep for a Marvel movie.
So good.
It probably is the deepest of all the Marvel films. Most people don't give it enough credit for that. And I'm not trying to dump on Winter Soldier in any way. Winter Soldier is the one that always gets the praise. But this is where I agree, Brian, that this is probably the deepest of all the Marvel films.
Personal loyalty versus collective responsibility.
We'll even get that opening bit with Tony at the elevator scene with that lady who lost her kid from the shit that happened before, right? Like that all plays into this stuff later on. It's all connected so well into this, great film, and I feel like people don't give it enough praise. So I'm gonna give it an A. We talked about it a little longer than I kind of planned on, but so I don't know, 6. I think everybody gave it an A, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, A's.
Sorry,
Across
6.
the board.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
All right. Then we go to Captain America: First Avenger. Speaking of underrated, this I would say is probably the most underrated of Marvel films. People up until recently, more of us have started invoking it, but like for the longest time, it felt like nobody gave it its just due. Because again, it got overshadowed by Winter Soldier. So this is a perfect A film for me. This is probably my favorite film actually in Phase 1, hands down, even more than Iron Man and all that spoilers. So I'm going to start with an A. 6. What did you think of, or do you want to wait on this one?
I probably watched
this one pretty well.
Yeah, I probably watched this movie second, the most that I've watched of all the Marvel films, second to Iron Man. I love this movie. A++.
Yeah. And Brian wants to know an important question: what side we were on. Maybe we should answer that later. Go ahead.
I would have been on Tony's side if he was on Cap's side.
I don't know what side I'm on, to be honest with you.
This is a fabulous movie, a fantastic origin. Great. I love the World War II setting, pulpy, serial fiction type vibe. Great performances, fantastic supporting cast. Brilliant action. It's one of the best for me. One of my favorites. Great blend of everything that Marvel used to be good at in this, back in those phases, early phase. Action, humor, character development. Great underdog story. It's an A, absolutely an A for me.
It's making me cry.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
He's so great.
He's so good. Yeah.
You put that needle through his arm, it's gonna go straight through.
And it highlighted the great casting of Chris Evans. Chris Evans' casting is phenomenal.
God, yeah, superb. I mean, all around, the casting was brilliant in this fucking movie, all around. But so you're giving it an A too?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So Mo, what's your thoughts on First Avenger?
It's an A, because I was somebody that enjoyed the 1990 Captain America with Ronnie
Me
Cox.
too.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, seriously.
I've done an entire stream on that movie.
There you go.
Entire live stream.
I wore that VHS the fuck out, people. I really enjoyed it. But as far as like Captain America, what my favorite part of the film, where you could really like tell how they wrote the characters, is when Red Skull's like a henchman. I can't remember his name because he was in Civil War. Would you like to play a game where they're in the computer room?
The little mousy dude, right?
Yeah, the little mousy dude. Which God bless him, he's made one heck of a career.
Yeah, I keep forgetting his name, but yeah, he's always great in everything he does. But he pretty much plays the same character every time.
Hey, get paid, son. But he's like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get out? And he's like, can I take the car? He's like, don't get a scratch on it. Like Hugo Weaving is like so petty in that moment. Like they did such a good job of writing that character. Yeah,
Arnim Toby Jones. No.
Yeah,
Toby Jones.
Yeah. But Toby,
that's his name. Yeah.
He's like, don't scratch it, and he throws the keys at him, even though he's more concerned about the car than the guy that got all of this stuff done, getting the Tesseract, weapons going. He's like, don't scratch it. It's like Hugo Weaving is so well done in that movie, and I love the 40s vibe with it. I love just everything with it. Like it's what we love about Fantastic Four, but it's like done perfectly 15 years prior or 14 years prior. So, A. I love Captain America. I love how they did him in the movie. I love how they worked in his classic design and how he progressed to his current design. So I thought the whole entire movie was amazing.
I don't think that and I'm glad that you kind of brought up the Fantastic Four in this respect, because that you're right. The Fantastic Four should have been the love letter to the F4 that this movie was.
So good.
To Captain America, because it does. It feels like a fucking Valentine, to quote Marlon Brando.
And if you are down with color grading, the color grading in this movie is like over the top.
Oh, and the
good.
music. Oh my god.
Oh,
well, and Joe
yeah.
Johnston, I mean, another director who never got a chance to soar as much as he could have or should have. So yeah, no, I can't argue with that. So yeah, I think we're going into A's, right? 6. I don't think anybody said anything less than that.
Everybody A's across the board.
All right, another one that I'm sure is going to probably wind up in the A category. Like the Cap movies are getting their love tonight. Look at this. Winter Soldier. So I guess who's on the panel wants to argue that it's not an A, I guess. So who wants to take that stance?
It's an A.
Mo?
I'm not a communist, so A.
Only commies would give this movie anything less than an A. So 6, I think you're stuck with
It's an A.
Robert Redford, A. Because I wasn't seeing that turn coming. He was so good.
I think the audience would probably kill us if we didn't give it at least a B+ or an A. So yeah.
I mean, it's another one that feels more like a spy action thriller than a superhero movie. Yeah, and
you're right. It gives us the sense that you could do so much more in this universe.
Yeah, it's exceptionally well done. Yeah.
Excuse my old brain. This is the anybody want to get out before we get started?
I think so. Yeah, in the elevator. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh yeah.
When he puts it all together that they're all Hydra. Yeah.
It just beats the shit out. Oh, so good.
Hail Hydra. Oh yeah. So Cap A all the way. Fucking love for Captain America tonight. Look at that. Lots of love. Unless you're Brave New World.
A communist. Yeah.
Not Captain America. All right. So here we go. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I wish Nick would have come back, though. I really do. Hopefully whatever he's dealing with is real. So I would hate for him not to be here just because. So Deadpool and Wolverine is next in line. So this one, I wonder where we're going to fall. Let's start with Mo. What did you think of Deadpool and Wolverine?
Okay. So I'm a huge Gambit fan because, like most people on the panel here, I watched the X-Men animated series and Gambit was my jam. The Genesis game, the Super Nintendo game. Like, I love the design of the character. I love how he can energize anything and make it a weapon. Like, it was so cool. This is the reason why I can throw playing cards. Like, I can throw playing cards and like get them stuck into, like, Gambit was my man. So the way that they did Gambit in the movie, I loved it to death. They gave him the uniform. I thought Channing Tatum was great. I hope he's a little thinner for Doomsday, but as far as the rest of the movie, yeah, it's you know, it's a callback and nostalgia and stuff like that, but it's a really fun movie. So I would say and with all this being said, I say it's a low B. It's a fantastic popcorn movie. It's got violent gore. It's got great callbacks. We got Wesley Snipes. We got, you know, all these great characters. I could have done without Johnny Storm getting, degloved, or what do you want to call it? That was a bit disgusting. That still like hurts me. I wasn't expecting that, but I thought it was a great movie. But it's a B-. It's because it's a nostalgia fest, but they do it right and they do it well, and it's a fun movie.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Deadpool
Well, of course,
Wolverine.
Taylor Kitsch was the best Gambit ever, in my opinion, but that's just me. Very poor reference.
Well, it is true he didn't get any love in this movie. That's true.
So the thing that's wrong with this movie is there's not nearly enough dick jokes in it. I mean, there's just not enough dick jokes.
Not enough for you, huh?
It could have done with another 500 dick
Doesn't
jokes.
live up to the Toxic Tuesday standards, you're saying.
It does not. It is a ton of fun. I mean, the two characters just play of each other fantastically, and I do love the loving tributes to the Fox characters, and Blade particularly. There's only ever one Blade, ever going to be one Blade. So that stuff I love. I mean, it's a little bit full on at times, a little bit fourth wall breaking too much, perhaps. The villains are just pointless in it most of the time. So it has got a lot of problems, which probably are enough, despite my love of the Blade part, enough to keep it just off the A's. So I'd say it's a B.
Tough crowd.
Yeah.
But we're going to be getting shit for too many A's. I knew it. Hey, this is not all me, man. 6. What did you
B
think of
plus.
Deadpool
I'd say
and
B
Wolverine?
plus. B plus.
B plus. Okay, so we got a B, I think, from Mo, and a B plus from you. Was it a
Well-
B plus? Is it Mo, or was it just regular B?
Oh, it was a roaming B, so I'm like a B in the middle. So
Okay, so B. 6.
So I don't typically watch R-rated movies, and for years my friends have said you shouldn't watch the Deadpool movies because you're not gonna, might be a little bit much for you. So then I thought, well, I'm a big girl. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch Deadpool to prep for Deadpool and Wolverine. And I watched the first maybe 20 minutes and I thought, well, this is not for me. So the result of my soliloquy is that I did not see the movie.
That was a short soliloquy.
I know it wasn't. I've just spent the last 10 minutes looking for the
Would that
cap
be a
of my pen.
soliloquy?
Look all over the floor. I thought my cat had taken it, and it's actually on the end of my pen.
You blamed
So-
Kitty?
I'm actually a little flustered right now. I have pen fluster. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Damn cat stole your pen. We'll stick with that story. All right. Well, since you didn't see it, I'll jump in here. This is actually a surprising one for me because I liked it when it first came out. I wouldn't say I loved it. I did like it quite a bit. But I have seen this movie no less than like 5 times since it came out. And I love it. I have come to love it. And I think it's going to be more important than we think. And I think the movie is more clever than a lot of people have given it credit for. Maybe it's just because I'm an uber movie nerd. But there is like such a B level to this movie where it's
a million Easter eggs in it. Yeah.
not just the Easter egg, but yes.
yeah.
But like there's a meta aspect to this movie that a lot of people just don't catch that I think is just amazing. So go ahead. Mo.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to understand.
No.
I didn't want to understand how old it was. This is basically Marvel's Cannonball Run. It's basically everybody you loved growing
Yes.
up in a movie. It's Cannonball Run.
I never even thought of it that, but that's not a
That's
bad
true.
analogy.
Yeah, it's like seriously, like if Dean Martin showed up in this,
It's
movie,
having
like,
fun, like it's a mad world kind of. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I never even thought of it that fucking way. But yes, you are right, and I love that aspect to it. Yes, it has like an Abbott and Costello meet, throw in your whatever kind of thing here, where it's all everybody together in one fucking movie. It doesn't take itself seriously, but I do think it means more than we think it means. And again, I still stand by it's a lot more clever than I think some people give it credit for, because I've heard so many people say, "Oh, you just got to turn your brain off to enjoy it." I say, no, actually, I think if you turn your brain up a little higher, you'd see that there's another level to this movie that a lot of people are missing. And it has a lot to do with the Disney acquisition of Fox. And I brought this up, so it's not a new analogy or anything I'm coming up with. But I mean, if you really look at the movie as on a grand scale, I think it's clever because they basically paint Disney as the bad guy. Disney is the void. People like if you think about it, because that's where everything is going to die. Like
the 20th Century Fox logo is buried in the
literally
ground.
buried
Yeah.
in the fucking sand there. Like I'm saying, like, yes, exactly. Like it's a very meta like thing to this. And even you get away with like, the fact that you got Ryan Reynolds saying you've entered the series at a low point, right? Or the franchise at a low point. I mean, just so many little nods to the fact that they have fucked this thing up so much. And you can tell that Ryan Reynolds had a lot of free reign on this movie. So like, I have to give this an A. I know it's kind of I'm going to get a lot of shit for it, but I've grown to just adore this fucking movie.
And Professor X's sister, I can't remember her name right off the top of my head. She was so delightfully over the top British evil. It was like she's so
Yeah.
good. So good.
Yeah. She just relishes being bad. So that's another great thing. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's a male or a female. That's not the problem. The fact is, do they have elements about them that make him a great bad guy or girl in this case? And they do. And she has that. What you're just bringing up is what makes like Hans Gruber so great in like Die Hard, for instance, right? She knows she's a fucking bad guy. She loves that she's a bad guy. She knows exactly what she's doing. And, you know, it's what we've been missing in this universe for a while since Thanos, basically. And even Thanos, you can't even really put to that because he's got that grand, you know, I'm saving the galaxy thing going on. So, yeah.
Well,
All right,
bad
so-
news, Tom. There's 2 B's and 1 A.
I'm not
So-
going to argue with an A if you put it in an A.
No,
Yeah,
no, 6 is right. I gotta concede with what the scores are, so I guess that would tip it into the B's. And I don't think anybody's
B
gonna bitch
plus.
about that.
It was a B plus.
Yeah, it's got to be above Ant-Man, below.
Look,
Ultron,
I
think
can't argue with this because there are films that I would say that are more filmic in the right place. So yeah, in this case, this is a more fun film. I can live with this. There's other films that I'll fight more for. Let's put it that
A
way.
lot of heart, though.
It did have a lot of heart.
Yeah.
And then you got, we're going to end this tonight with Fantastic Four, as long as most of us have seen it on the panel. Have at least 3 of us seen
not
it?
yet seen it.
Mo, did you see it yet?
I saw it in the theater.
Okay, so at least 3 of us have. So sorry, Brian. If you want to check out now, you can.
Oh, wait.
Okay, you can go ahead and wait. Yeah, so this is going to be the last one we're going to do tonight. So before we get into the last movie, we got Jimmy, who's become a member. Do we see what level it's at so I can give him a sticker? Let's see.
Minimum
Sure,
effort puppy.
Ooh, Mikey's favorite. Minimum effort puppy just for Jimmy.
When are you guys going
Aw.
to have a member stream?
I actually brought that up just before you got here, 6, ironically. I said I'm going to bug Andre with all the shit he's been dealing with lately. It's been tough, but hey, hopefully I'll get him to get one before too long here. And this was the question I wanted to bring back up. Which side are we on? I still can't pick one. 6, did you pick a side?
I'm on Captain's side.
Cap side? Okay.
Yeah.
Brian?
Oh, I was on Cap's side, although that's why I'm saying I wish Tony had been on Cap's side. Then I would have been on Tony's side. I
Mo?
like Tony, but I was on Cap's side.
Yeah.
I am on Cap's side, but I understand Tony a lot
Yes.
more than what people might
I mean-
understand. But I don't think he's right.
I'm gonna go with you on that because after thinking it through, I think I finally made my decision. Cap has the better, as far as the overall reason why they're having a civil war. Cap is probably more in the right, as far as the Sokovia bullshit. ActionCom sends in 5 and says, if time travel were possible, would you take Captain America back to the late 30s? Why would I would go back and buy stock in fucking Apple. I could go back into no.
You'd have to wait a little bit.
I'd be like the guy at the beginning of Time Cop without, getting killed. But
Right.
yeah, I would get all the stocks.
I guess I don't understand the context of the question, like, because they can technically kind of do this if they wanted to as like an Elseworld movie or What If series.
I would ask him what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
he would
question. Why don't
probably
you
want to
tell
go
us?
back to Peggy.
Yeah. As far as like any other kind of variant, like the only other kind of variant story that we haven't got yet from Cap that I think would be interesting to see would just be him putting the stones back. I think that could be a decent film or a series, but other than that, like, I mean, I don't see no reason to really take him back. We've already seen him in the World War II. Unless he's just asking, do we want to see a pre-World War II Captain America? Again, as an Elseworlds thing maybe, or What If, perhaps, but at this point, I'm fine. I think Cap works better as a soldier out of time type of storyline.
I don't want to see him as that scrawny little dude, not a whole movie.
No, well, what he's saying is like, because before the World War II version of Captain America, the old version was just kind of straightforward, but yeah. Oh, be interesting to see what they come up with. But all right, so let's talk about some Fantastic Four. Oh, you meant for real?
Like if
Well, he
Captain
doesn't
America
really
was
exist.
You mean take a copy of the movie back?
What?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific. Oh, take the film back. Okay, take the film. Oh shit! If you could take that back in time, that would blow people's fucking minds.
How would you play it?
Well, you just take a film back. You could play films back then.
Yeah, but does it exist on film?
Or does he mean
Yeah.
rewind the...
I think it was old
Is it in
enough to where
Kathleen Kennedy's office with the original cut of Star Wars?
No, I think Captain America's old enough to where they still did film prints. So, I mean, if you got your hands on a film print and took it back in time, yeah. I mean, I've thought about that, how people would react. Even I wonder how people would react if you took, like, somebody who had just saw, like, Star Wars for the first time, the first Star Wars, and then sat them down and showed them one of the newer films, how they would react to it. And I don't mean just to be, like, get some, like, oh, of course they'd hate it kind of thing. I think they'd be so impressed with just the change in how special effects have gone so advanced for them because, you know, we forget how many leaps in special effects we've gone. So to, like, people in the 1930s, they would think this shit was real, right? Like, they wouldn't understand how we could do that with technology today. So that, them seeing that movie they would think it was 100% real.
Go back 10 years and show everybody Grok and Chat GPT.
Right. Well, and the reason I
That
also
would blow
say
my mind.
Right. And but the other reason I say this because King Kong came out in this era, and even then that people didn't understand how King Kong was put together, so they just basically lied to the public. Like, you know, so like even then, like I said, I think it would just blow people's minds to the extent of like, you know, I don't even know if it's a true story or not because I've been told it isn't true, but like supposedly, you know, the first people that saw that film of the train footage coming at them, they freaked out and jumped out of their seats supposedly.
Yeah.
Like I can imagine a similar reaction to some of the shit in this, but only of just awe and wonder and spectacle because they're just like, what the fuck? I mean, we're talking about people who have seen shit like Wizard of Oz and stuff maybe, but that's the extent of your, you know, you got to imagine you're showing somebody who's never even heard like stereo surround sound, only heard like, you know, a phonograph record showing them a surround sound system for the first time, right?
Dude,
Like the culture shock of that. Yeah.
I'm aging. I'm dating myself, but you remember Garth Brooks when the thunder rose on CD? Like you would hear the thunder, and I was like 10, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's
how it surrounded outside. You and stuff.
Yeah. It was like CD level audio. Like I remember my dad had an Elvis tape, and he ran it until it literally fell apart. Like I'm used to that level of audio fidelity. So when you hear something so clean, it's shocking to you. You know?
And I mean, you got to imagine that times like a billion, right? Like, I mean, because these people have never seen anything like that, and this would all look photorealistic to them, right? I mean, even us picking out the CG, we can, but it would be. I would imagine what it would be like. Because I've told the story before, but I'll tell it real super quick. I'll try to. My dad didn't go to a lot of movies with me growing up, but one of the ones we did go see was Jurassic Park, and he didn't really want to go see it, but when he did finally see it with me, and he's sitting in the movie, he turned into a little fucking kid. I shit you not. The moment the Brachiosaurus comes on screen, he goes, how did they do that? He like jumped up out of his fucking seat. He's like, that's like a real dinosaur. How did they do that? He's just bouncing around like a little. I never seen him so excited ever in my life. And it was like, I can imagine that reaction is what people would have seeing something like Captain America back then, or any movie from now back then, regardless of the quality of what we think of it. Because it just would be so fucking intense for them to see something so like real and visually just different than anything they're used to. It would just be complete culture shock to them. And it would be like a fucking amazing show to them. It would be crazy.
Did you school him on the way home about how Dennis Nedry was completely immaterial to the plot? Or did that
No, I wasn't like that yet. Actually, it's surprising how much I could fuck with a movie because I can rip a movie I love apart. But I never used to do that. I used to love almost every movie. I just loved every movie for its flaws and its. Well, that's not true. I didn't love every film, but I would be able to appreciate every film for its flaws and its goodness.
Not all movies have flaws.
This is true. There are movies like Jaws that are perfect,
like the Phantom
Star
Menace
Wars
that are perfect.
We'll talk about that someday. Not. But let's talk about Fantastic Four. Since three of us have seen it. Mo, what did you think of the Fantastic Four?
I thought it was a good popcorn movie that did not have the Marvel ha 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 lols humor in it. But I thought played it. It played its hand a little too safe. Like, it was a safe movie that was really good. It had some great scenes in it, and it drug too much in the middle. There was too much exposition. Freaking female Silver Surfer was pointless. You could literally remove 3 scenes from the movie, like just literally edit them out, and it could be Norrin Rad instead of Shia LaBeouf. It like, if they didn't lean in to the current dayisms of and bullshit that we deal with current day storytelling, I think it could have been a fantastic movie, no pun intended. But it was a good movie. I'd give it a C, mainly because they played it too safe. They had a lot of stuff to work with, and they just didn't lean into it because they were too afraid to offend the losers that work at their company, and they were too afraid to offend the people in the audience. Like, there was just too much consideration to too many people to make a good movie. So I would say C.
All right, you're giving it a C, middle of the road.
Yeah,
Jack.
which stinks. It had a lot of potential. Yeah.
That's about one of the things I can agree with for sure. 6. I know you
I-
enjoyed this movie more than most.
Did I?
I'm just kidding.
I,
I know you. I know you
Like-
liked it. I'm just saying, but yeah.
I'm going to give it a C because, and I kind of decided on a C because I was scrolling down to see how I rated all the other movies that we did tonight. And yeah, it fits like nicely in between. But I had very low expectations going into Fantastic Four because I definitely was not as familiar with them as I am with, the other Marvel characters. So I gave it a 5, and so I think I'll give it a C. But if somebody said, I have 2 movies for you to watch on disc, which free movie would you like to have on Blu-ray? Would you want Superman or would you want Fantastic Four? I would take Superman. But the reason I scored Fantastic Four higher than Superman was because I had such fucking high expectations for Superman, and so I was way more let
Amen.
down.
Amen.
So
All right, fair
It's
enough.
a C.
Fair enough. I graded this film 39% on Critic List, or basically like a 4 out of 10, wherever you want to put it. And I'm gonna sum it up. I'm not gonna grind on this movie any more than I already have. But I will sum it up with this. This is an MCU film that falls on the higher end of the bottom of the barrel, clinging to the edge of the head. So what that means is that it's, you got it. Thank you. It's barely mid ground. It barely clings to that C. So I'm going to concede with you guys and give it a C, although my rating would be a D.
Low
but
C.
since you trump me
Low
anyway.
C. Low C.
Yeah, I'm just going to say it's a C, even though I would probably give it a D. That's clearly a D rating or an F. But yeah. So we'll be nice enough and give it a C. So there we're going to put a pin in it, I think, since we've gone 2 hours. And I'm going to have to find a way to keep this fucking open for a whole week because I don't know how to save it.
Screenshot it and then set
I'm
it up
gonna
again.
do that
and-
anyway. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, there's
but,
a save and download there at the bottom. There you go, download.
Is it? There,
Yeah.
Okay, but is that just so you can? Oh, that's just an
Download image.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
just-
can do that. Yeah,
you could
You
just
could just-
pop it back up and put the movies back in
Exactly.
if I have to. Otherwise, I can just keep it in the background. I mean,
If we had Mark D with a C, he would have recorded all this.
See,
in a
he would have
spreadsheet.
known everything. He
Yes.
would have made me a tier maker list that probably would have saved itself. I just make one, and then I don't know how to.
You
I
made
barely
this
know what
one?
I'm doing. I'm tech-tarded as fuck, but I made this. Yes,
Oh my god.
I'm so tech-tarded, but I still did it. So I'm gonna leave this up in my background for a week, and hope I don't have to redo it in a week.
You're
Are you
100%.
really, are you
gonna
really
have
doing
to-
the Nintendo game without save files? You're just like, I'm gonna leave my.
I don't know
Nintendo
how
out.
to save shit on here. I tried for this whole show when we started. Well, not this whole show. The latter part here where we're like, we're gonna have to put a pin
It'll
in
just
there.
take you 5 minutes to set it up again.
I don't believe that you're not going to have to update your computer between now and next week.
I think it just had updates, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. I can hope.
Leave the window open for a week, and you have all my respect. I think that's amazing.
We'll see if I can make it. It's going to be a challenge now, and I'll just have to remember not to turn it off. Just let it go into sleep mode.
Just redo it.
If I have to, I will.
Okay.
If I have to, I will. But with that, Mo, what you got going on? Anything to plug? What you guys talk about tomorrow? I haven't bugged you in a while.
We're going to be reviewing Suburban Commando. With Hulk Hogan and Christopher Lloyd, which you're the same age as I am, Tom. That is a movie that
I called
sleep on. I love it.
When that movie came out,
bruh. I called all kinds of 900 numbers growing up. But anyways,
I got in so much trouble.
Me too.
Well, the reason I tell this story is because it's funny, because this is indicative of what all these 900 numbers are, right? You call it up and it's like, hey, Hulkster, thanks for calling the Hulk line, and I'm going to tell you about Suburban Commando coming to home video on March 22nd, brother. And let me tell you, you don't want to miss it. I was on my way down to the video store on my motorcycle. And he just keeps going on this fucking story forever and ever. Oh, no, he didn't tell us the date. That was what it was. To keep you hanging on. He's like, hang on to the phone call because I'm going to tell you the date that Suburban Commando hits home video. And I already got my copy, brother. And let me tell you, it was a hell of an adventure to get it. And then he goes on this long fucking story for like 3 minutes, like whatever it is, just to drag it out as long as you can.
Oh, yeah.
I got chewed out so bad for that fucking phone call. Just to find out the day the movie came out on video.
Bruh, I got you beat. I'd have made a long distance phone call in a car phone. From,
shit.
Nebraska to Indiana in 1987. So,
man, that cost
my
a
ass
lot
still
of it.
hurts. Yeah. So,
shit.
So, feel good, my guy. My good.
Oh man.
But,
That'll
I used to watch that all the time growing up. I love it. It's way better than it probably ever should have been. But
I haven't been invited, but I got a bit of a trivia nugget for you. You may not have known about the movie. You may. Did you know that was meant to actually be a sequel to Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
A lot of them are. Die Hard was supposed to be too. Yeah.
Well, what it was okay. I say that because Ivan Reitman had like 3 or 4 scripts that he presented Arnold Schwarzenegger with for Danny DeVito and him to do. Suburban Commando was one of them. It was basically a satirical sequel to Commando, where his character goes on vacation and Danny DeVito would be the Christopher Lloyd character. And when they didn't pick it up instead they did Twins and Junior, right? So they sold that one in Turnaround, and they picked it up over at New Line, and they just switched it over to a Space Commando and made it a vehicle for Hulk Hogan.
Yep. It has one of the most 90s jokes of all time. It's like, what are you going to do? Beat me up? He's like, no, this is the 90s.
I'm gonna
sue you. Yeah,
that was in every trailer too.
I know, but it was so funny.
That's got some great moments in it.
Yeah, so we're doing that one.
Frozen today.
So good. Like, people sleep on that movie. It's one of the most. Yeah,
I don't know if so much people sleep on it. It's been impossible to get your hands on for the last like 20 years. Like, it's only been on DVD once, and it's never been re-released. You can get it on digital, but that's about it.
You can get it on digital if you have a library card at any library across the nation. You can go to Hoopla and watch it for free. That's how popular it is. Yeah. So,
I did not know of this thing. You must give me the Hoopla.
I will teach you.
Because I got a library card.
Yeah, Hoopla. Hoopla is the goat. Watch the chat go. Blah, 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 blah. They know what's up. But anyways, yeah, no. So we're gonna watch that. It was an audible.
6. Did you know about this? Sorry.
Know about what?
Hoopla.
Hoopla? Isn't that a channel?
Okay, what Mo just told me, and if you weren't paying attention, is that you put in your library card, which everybody has one usually, and you get to watch movies for free. I don't know what movies are.
Yeah,
I'm all about the library.
Yeah, you can rent it for 3 days. It works like a library card. But yeah, Hoopla. I watched The Highlander and Suburban Commando. So I saw boobs, and then so
I think I even have the app on my phone.
Yeah, there you go. But anyways, I just dropped some knowledge on the chat and on the panel. But I've been watching it on there. It's an hour and a half long. It's a campy 90s movie, and it's one of my favorites of all time. Because Christopher Lloyd and Hulk Hogan sell this movie for way more than probably what it ever should have been. It's a wonderful movie, and fuck traffic signals, because if you at the end of the movie, I'm like, I agree with the message of this movie. So anyways, so that's what's coming up. We're doing that tomorrow on Monday, and We might be doing some more reviews. We've been doing that a lot on the Monday Hangover channel. It's just been a blast to stream, and it's been awesome talking about all these movies. I'm surprised we got through as many of these movies as we did in 2 hours. And I know the chat's like, I disagree, but it's been really fun talking about the minutia of these movies, and I'm glad we're breaking it up into 2 streams, and I'm super excited to be on the next one.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I
thanks for having
love
me on.
when like the girls in Toxic Femme or like Flash will be like, bring up that and let's do a. It's like, dude, you realize how long we're gonna be doing this tier list for?
And we kind of ran through it in a quick fashion, and it's still
Yeah.
this is all we got. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of meat here. Yeah.
So this is what you guys need to understand sometimes is like this is I'm surprised we got this far too. So with that, we'll pick this up next week. Brian, what do you got coming up?
Well, I also have my regular show tomorrow, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, which is the only real time. It's a bit of a smorgasbord tomorrow, just talking about whatever we're into right now, what's new, what's good, what might not be good. So, Spinal Tap 2, Ozzy, Alice Cooper, Sabaton, all got new stuff. Shin Godzilla re-release, War of the Worlds trailer, Gek. Alice in Borderland 3, and a ton of other stuff. So, lots of things to talk about.
Check out 70s Rock Fan channel. He's always got something cool going on. 6, anything you want to plug before we go? I know
Nope.
you got to run.
Nope.
Okay,
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment with all your shit talk after the stream. That would be appreciated.
Yes, indeed. Even if it's bad, you think we disagree with our list, I don't care. Go ahead, say it. I'm not gonna argue with you. But with that,
I'm not even going to read it. So
6 won't read it probably.
it's Tom's channel. That's his job.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I do try to, guys. I do tend to try and go and find times to respond to you guys if I can, or at least give you hearts and all that, and like the ones I like and whatnot. So, all right, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. See you on the morning show. And with that,